Welcome back, everybody. We had a little technical difficulties, but it looks like we are hopefully up and running again. As I was saying, your first mission as metapilots brought you to a magical forest where you systematically eliminated a group of arboreal, furry little creatures known as Borks. At which point... when the slaughter had been achieved, Tom removed your immersion dampeners, and the grim reality of what you had done set in. The next simulation put you into the bodies of undercover supervillains, complete with the various plots of world domination and an uncomfortable knowledge of this world's future. With the immersion dampeners disabled, you threw yourselves into your new roles, and have thus been just following the story without a point to be gained. The timely inclusion of the anomalous Wendy Gates, a reporter with ties to other worlds, seemed enough to ignite a powder keg of events. After a large fight between the villains ensued in order to free the captured Kid Titan, and in the mother of all rules of cools, Andy James brought them all down, along with Mount Rushmore. Now our villains turned heroes stand among the rubble, and the hero known as Titan faces you down with violent intent in his eyes. Scary. The next words I was going to say were dun dun dun. Okay. Before any of the action ensues, we need to give you your bonuses, which you will get today from the Patreon subscribers. Make sure you thank them when I give you your magical bonuses. Maddox, you have plus 30 hit points. And another plus 10 and a plus 2. That's 2 rolls you get. Once again, you are the heavy favorite.
Aw, thank you.
So that's 2 rolls you get bonuses to. That's
okay.
One is at a plus 10, one is at a plus 2.
And I will use those at a great time.
I am sure that you will. Let's see. Wendy, you have a plus 20 hit points this week. Ooh. And a plus 6 to any one roll.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Luke, plus 30 hit points and a plus 6 to any one roll. Plus 30 hit points and plus 7 to any one roll. Oh, wow, yeah, that's pretty high up there. Interesting. And I get a plus 20 and a plus 6 to any one roll. Andy James also got quite a few votes, and I'm going to be using those for something else later, if you are all lucky.
Oh, but what'd you get?
Huh?
What'd you get?
She got some hit points and a plus to one of her rolls.
And you're just gonna...
I'm gonna hold on to those. Those are for her.
Okay.
Those are for her, unless I decide to use them for something else.
Okay.
Or
what if she wanted to give them to me?
She didn't. I talked to her. No,
did you
we talked about that.
Well, that.
We chat all the time outside of work.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
Aren't you guys just cozy?
Well, I didn't want to say anything. Let's see. Okay, so we've got your buffs all set up from Patreon. Did you say thank you to Patreon?
Yeah,
thank you, Patreon.
Thank you, Patreon. And before any of the fighting begins, because you're all kind of just standing there like, okay, now what do we do? There's a superhero facing you down. If you've been in almost full immersion this whole time, so you know that he's not in on your undercover thing. He doesn't look like he's in the mood to talk. But before he has a chance to say anything, Tom appears.
Oh.
Hello.
Thank you for stepping in, Tom.
Would you like to know your current point standings?
Oh, goodness.
I'm good.
Does it matter?
Yes, Maxwell, you currently have 9,915 points.
Good job.
Ms. Andy James has 10,075 points. Maddox McFernan has 9,925 points. Robert Munson has 12,205 points. And Chat has 31,587 points. I have been authorized to give you new information. The Project Metaverse pilots have already changed the previously known future of Sentinel City, and they may do so again. Wendy is not a unique entity within the Metaverse. There are others of her kind, though they do not know of her existence. There is a secret ability in the store that requires a hack attack to unlock. Hashtag system override. This is your last chance to help me. Help me, chat. You're my only hope. This metaverse may suffer catastrophic consequences otherwise.
And with that, Tom disappears again. But not before giving you your next mission. He tells you then,
you must retrieve the plans for the dome. They are on a 3.5-inch floppy disk on General Mayhem's body. An excavator may be required. This objective is worth 5,000 points.
Right.
that is the highest point total you have received yet. Just giving you a little warning. And with that, Tom is gone. All right. What do you do?
Well, right. Who's around us besides us? Titan is here. Where's Butch?
Butch is also down here with you. She was saved by the lasso, and everybody was all tied up, and they are currently still kind of bunched together.
Yes.
Sans lasso.
And before Andy punched Teddy, there was who was it? Speedo and Mako were helping General Mayhem up, and Titania was still there, right?
Yeah, they appear to have been crushed by a mountain.
So they're underneath all that. They were underneath all that.
Yeah, they thought they were above it all, but it turns out they were underneath it.
They were inside. Okay.
All right.
All right.
And I threw a sword to Titania, and it burned her all up. What was up with that? He said it was iron, but it didn't. That sword looked very weird.
Very old iron, cold iron.
Is the sword with her?
I think it's under the
Under the rubble?
Yeah, all the president's debris.
No, that's your sword, right?
Yes.
You still have it.
It's on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Even if it went to you can call.
I
your
don't
sword,
know.
Yeah, you can call your sword back to you. I forgot to write that down among your abilities, but yeah, you have a sword that you call back to you. It's as ancient as you are.
And its name is Mercy.
No. Mercy is a different
Mercy's a
sword,
different
which is
sword.
also
I hate
present,
this
just kind of floating around.
Okay.
In the air.
In the air, by itself.
Well,
It seems to be hovering fairly near Balthazar. Just hovering around him.
Can I grab that?
You can.
Please don't do that.
Why?
That's my son's sword.
Okay.
Like a sword powered by the sun?
No, my son's sword. In fact, he would be eminently useful if he could help potentially diffuse some of this.
Villains! What have you done to this national monument? Says Titan, with a loud, his voice booms across the plane. Like he does not need a microphone, ever.
It's the mustache, isn't it?
It's the mustache.
It amplifies it.
Sorry.
He's got that, he's got that celic diaphragm.
All right. I mind connect to...
Damn it, 1995.
Welcome. Okay. So, can you project into his head the actual history of America? I don't think he's going to care so much about the mountain if he knows that. Because this will become a noble act.
I'm with you, but maybe no.
I didn't think that through.
You were saying you have a son. Do you need to use my cell phone to call him?
Let me see if I can reach
Here,
out.
I'll help you hold it.
Did you happen to, while you were interfacing with the computer, did you happen to get a copy of the plans for the machine? That's actually sort of the most important thing.
It's not what you were thinking of doing at the time.
I totally remember getting an uncompiled version of PowerPoint.
You do have that.
This is not the last hashtag hack attack, hashtag system override.
And system override has been achieved.
Wow.
Thank you.
You get an announcement over the computer. System override has been achieved.
What the heck does that mean?
Well, yeah, what does that mean?
Wait, you
System
heard that?
override? Well, she can hear everything,
hear
remember?
everything.
She sees Tom.
Like everything? Everything?
Just like Santa. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Like Superman outside of the actual, like in the vacuum of space, can hear everything somehow? Okay, cool.
That's me. Tom said I wasn't special.
Oh, that wacky mid.
Explain yourself, villains! Which one of you has taken down this mountain?
Well, she's not here.
Well, you look up, and Rita is indeed standing on top of that pile of rubble, a huffing and a puffing.
Yeah.
She does not look healthy, just like very out of breath, but not angry anymore. Deflated almost, as if her strength all went into this one punch. Was it her?
My longtime foe, my most respected adversary.
I am not going to fall for your flattery again, Balthazar.
I do not
Please
speak to
don't
flatter,
make him hit
I
me.
seek only to speak truthfully.
Right, to inform and to educate. I've been down this road with you before, fiend.
Please, let me try to summon my son. Would you please speak to Butch? He can illuminate some of what is going on. We have most dire circumstances requiring the continued health and cooperation of Butch. That is of paramount importance to us all. More importantly,
What did you do to Butch, you son of a...
nothing.
Oh, I can't say that word.
Nothing. If anything, we helped bring back Rosencrantz after he suffered a most foul treatment at the hands of the.
Did you use your foul necromantic abilities on my ape?
For good.
Well, we used.
You mean
magic.
permanently?
Well, we used magic on him. Magic. That has.
Very well. You have 1 minute to trucify. But only because you said please, Mr. the Black. And with that, he turns and walks over to his nephew.
I want to try and reach out to Balthazar Jr. immediately, see if he can get here
He
as
is
well.
not able to be he's not even supposed to be on planet right now.
Okay.
In fact, the reason you're concerned about him is because wherever he is, on whatever galaxy he is currently fighting with the Black Ops team of Sentinels, he doesn't have his sword with him, and that could be a problem.
Yeah.
He is not the talented magician that you are.
Well, give him time.
Indeed.
It's all we all have, really.
So, cell phone? Is that... Would that help?
Thank you, but no.
It's got 3 minutes of battery.
I don't think they get reception on Rigel 4.
All right. Can anyone take point talking with Butch and trying to simmer this down? I want to see if we can locate the unfortunate child Emperor General Mayhem and find those plans. We need to have that device in order to save everyone and my granddaughter.
As you look at the giant pile of rubble, what used to be Mount Rushmore, it looks like a daunting task. In a needle in a haystack, this is flattened corpse in a pile of rock.
Yeah.
Can I use my Bork sword to, like, X-ray scan through the rocks?
The Bork sword is going to have at least one more round of combat in it, but it's not a permanent item. So,
Gotcha.
yes, it'll absolutely make a great excavator, is what I'm trying to say. It might not be super great in combat anymore with the guns and stuff, but you can still use it as a tractor.
Yep, I'll do that.
Start digging rocks.
They don't call me Wendy Gates for nothing.
Probably because your parents were
Wendy,
also
speaking
gay.
I
of
cannot
the-
see the store.
Speaking of the cell phones, can you perhaps find his cell
Here's
phone?
the rest of it.
Does he have one?
Well, I don't know what the boy had.
You're his father.
No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about finding General Mayhem.
Oh,
My boy is off in the cosmos dealing with do-goodery.
alrighty. I would like to use...
I mean, technically, aren't we also dealing with do-goodery?
Yes, but for a purpose.
So he's just sort of out there, just willy-nilly do-gooding. Just sort of lazing about. Like taking a year off and going to Europe and helping kittens.
Finding himself.
Thank you all for
Oh.
this amazing story. You've all come so far. Don't forget the questions you have. #MetaPoint.
That's a message and some meta points from Paximo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, chat. We appreciate it.
Your shirt.
And she does say, don't forget the questions that you have.
I'm wearing a Constructicon.
And considering Brony Robbins' face turn on Twitter this week, I'm expecting some questions because wow, what a turnaround!
Yes, but on the same token, I don't want to
Tom,
get my
can I
head
ask Tom
bashed.
a question?
Of course you can.
Why do we need these floppy disks? Besides points.
It is necessary for the construction of the dome.
The floppy... Okay.
That's how we can save everyone.
With a floppy disk.
Yes, that's step one at least.
It occurs to you that Balthazar expressed interest in saving his son. From what you know of Tom, he just extrapolated a number of points based on what his desired goal was.
Right. That's your goal.
That is correct.
Well, yes.
Okay, so...
But that saves everyone.
Okay.
Wait, which everyone does it say?
Well,
There's a planet full of
us.
people and a floating platform full of super people.
And it saves them too. And everyone can find within Sentinel City when the disaster that is coming occurs.
Wait,
Tom?
Disaster.
Yes.
If the dome is activated, who precisely will be saved?
That is an unknown variable at this time.
He said earlier that like 86% of the superheroes or something, like at the very beginning, it was 86% of people are in the dome right now. Whatever those
86%
are.
of the
Super-
superpowered population
Superpowered
currently
populations.
resides within that dome.
Yes.
That's not really what he's interested in. Like, that's what the evil plan was.
Right.
What Wyatt is more interested in, that he has a vision of the future in which if that dome doesn't go up, humanity is doomed.
Well, your humanity is
No,
doomed.
humanity
No,
is
humanity,
Humanity.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my granddaughter included, but also, everyone.
But why?
Well, I don't know yet. The prophecies don't work that way.
The
But
dome
I
does
know-
one of two things. It keeps things out or it keeps things in.
It does both.
It does two of two things, which comes down to just one thing.
Correct.
If we-
it does
if we-
both things at the
I'm
same
really
time.
bad at algebra, unless
If
it's
we
archaic
have-
algebra.
If we have everyone, or as many as we can,
Oh, yes?
contained within that space, they will be safe when the event transpires.
But they said all the floppy disk is going to contain the plan, which General Mayhem already told us, that we need that one source of power, one source of alien technology.
All of that's in the plans,
Is there
though.
a backup of the floppy disk?
Not known at this time.
Right, so Titan, a source of alien tech, myself, submitted as a source of magic, and any number of other people who can provide the source of the psychic energy to power the machine.
Technology and magic have never gone wrong when combined. I just want to bring that up. Event Horizon hasn't come out yet, so
It's true, it's 95.
yes,
That's not till next year.
yes, yes. Are we writing Event Horizon?
You see, if you rip the paper on two ends,
Oh
then...
my God.
Okay.
Are you making a tesseract for the people at home?
Tom, who authorized you to give us that information?
I did.
Wait, what? You authorized yourself?
That is correct, Mr. Munson.
Thank you.
Tom, are you an AI?
This is correct.
Oh. Why do we...
Tom, do you want the machine to be built?
I want to assist you with your objectives. Your current objective is to build the machine. I wish to assist you with this.
Who gave us that objective?
Mr. Maxwell gave us that objective.
You gave us that objective.
Mr. Maxwell selected that objective.
What happens if we select a
Oh,
different
come
objective?
on, Bounty. Who are you even talking to over there? You're all looking into the middle of a thin air and just yelling at it.
All right, you guys give the... He will always
Rosie's
treat with
fine,
me.
by the way. He looks great. A little tired.
We should be able to procure some snacks for him shortly. That should
Be extra
help
nice
with
to
the
him, please.
transition.
He's been through a lot.
Nerd.
You're not wrong, but kind of a dick move.
We're
It
the
was a
nerds. He's the
different
one who
time.
named this damn ape Rosencrantz.
It was 1995.
Treating people like shit was still heroic back then. All right. So, what's the story then? Your minute's up. Truce?
You're really strong, right?
Yep.
Can you help us move this rock? Help us rebuild and clear out the monument.
Clear out the monument.
Oh, no,
That you care so much about.
I called the Sentinels. They're gonna do this. I'm just gonna clean up the mess before they get here, if you don't mind. And cracks his knuckles a little bit.
Have you had a chance to speak to Butch yet?
I think Teflon got away. You might go track him down. We're here. We're not going anywhere.
Right. Gotcha.
What?
Ezekiel, I almost fell for that, you dumb old bastard.
What am I going to do? Rascal scooters haven't been invented yet. Where am I going to go?
You know, I don't even know what you're saying half the time, but I know it's evil. Now, who do I
yeah,
start
probably
with?
right.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna punch the girl on the mountain first. Roll initiative.
12.
Can we burn a meta point before we roll initiative?
You certainly can, but you still roll 12s for initiative, so it shouldn't matter.
Still.
But
So I'm burning one as well?
I got
burning
one.
Okay, cool. It's 3 down.
It's 3 down on meta points. We shall deduct them from your total.
I got 14.
And it's plus ACV? Right? No? Maybe I forget already. I think it's plus ACV.
It's plus ACV. That is
Cool.
correct.
2d12 plus ACV.
2d12 plus ACV plus anything that adds to your initiative score under your initiative bonus that shouldn't be on any of your sheets. You should be okay without them. Yeah. Booyakasha! Well, I rolled well.
23.
29.
I am very old.
18, I'm really concerned about that monkey. 8. Sorry.
You're concerned about him? He seems to be doing fine.
No, I know he's fine. I'm just saying. 18.
So it's this plus the ACV?
Yes.
24?
Maddox is on 24. And Titan, guys, is just fast as all get out today. He goes on at 32. And he doesn't even have his super speed turned up.
I don't know why, but I feel like today is going to suck for me.
Oh, and also, Rita also gets 2. Or Andy, as the case may be, who did not roll as well as she could have.
Do you need this?
Yeah. No, I've got one right here. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
I don't know why I said that.
Let's see. Rita goes on 22. So, right after Brony. Groovy. Well, Titan goes to... Oh, wait. If I don't do that, I'm going to be not doing my due diligence. Good man. Okay.
Good roll.
Hashtag MetaPoint.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love having hashtag meta points.
Especially with all the gravy on them, some pepper.
Yeah, don't worry. I didn't forget Butch, guys. He's there. He's rolling initiative as well.
I didn't
Okay.
think you would.
So from what you can see currently, Rita is not in great shape.
No.
She seems to have expended most of her strength and anger, destroying the mountain. She probably is not going to fare well because, like 1 second he is there going eeny meeny miny, and the next second you hear a sonic boom as he just takes off in that direction as fast as, you know, the speeding projectile fired from a weapon.
Yeah.
And he is going to
More powerful than public transit.
And he is going to take a shot at our erstwhile gone hero, Rita Riot. Oh, he gets to roll way better dice than that because he's the superhero. Okay. And next would be she's going to roll her defense. Oh, no, she gets those dice. What is your plan this round?
Can I, like, stretch out and grab him before he gets to her?
You go
To turn-
you're not quite as quick on the draw as he is, but
Yeah.
you can definitely attempt something once it gets to your turn.
Yeah.
It's like right now, it's just, you can't believe something would move so fast. You've seen Andy work in little bursts before.
Yeah.
But compared to this guy, it's just,
Uh-huh.
You know, like the fact that it makes that kind of noise and a little puff of smoke after he's gone, like you haven't actually seen anything move that fast. It's not like in the movies where like everything moves in slow motion around him because you're on the outside of that. It's just like the crack of a whip.
Okay.
When the dust settles, Andy is still standing in the same spot. And Butch has pushed himself in the way of Titan's punch, which he didn't hold back on. And now in the rock is embedded Butch. He hasn't even fallen. He just got punched straight into the rock, and he doesn't appear. It would take something sharp to wedge him out, as he seems to be part of that rock now. Can I get a notice check from somebody? Anybody?
I don't have notice.
8.
10?
Do the best one?
No, I've got bonus to notice.
Oh.
Okay, I've got nothing.
I rolled a 9, so 14.
I rolled a 10, and I don't have any bonus.
Okay. You can tell that if we were going just in terms of health points, Butch doesn't have any of those. He is very, very injured and most likely dying.
All of us notices?
What does everybody else do?
New objective added. Defeat Titan. This objective takes precedence over your previous objectives. The death of Butch Baker, alias Kid Titan, has caused a psychotic break in Robert Baker, alias Titan. Failure to defeat Titan will result in catastrophic events that could alter this timeline in yet unforeseen ways. This is unacceptable. Prevention is mandatory. Titan is now worth 25,000 points. Titan is virtually invulnerable to conventional means of harm. This objective must be achieved before the remaining Sentinels arrive. A creative strategy is advised.
Whoa. Okay.
Can we save Butch? Is there any possibility?
Well, let's try our damnedest to, but it sounds like saving Butch is going to involve stopping Titan.
But would saving Butch stop Titan?
He already did the damage.
Would looking like Butch getting out of the rock stop Titan? Is my question.
Not according to Tom, it wouldn't.
This is not so.
Damn it.
Butch Baker is dead.
Can you bring him back? You have those skills, right?
I will do my
Balthazar
level
has
best,
exhausted
but
his
I
resurrection
just
capabilities.
resurrected the monkey.
Yeah, he's pretty
Butch
much
Baker's
useful.
only hope
He needs
is
at
the
least
Titan
20
Force
minutes.
Matrix.
Oh, that's important information.
What's the Titan? Tom, what's the Titan Force Matrix?
It's what gives Titan and, by proxy, Kid Titan their powers.
They're not even real superheroes?
Well, sort of.
Is this a place or a thing or where
They're
is
like
this?
antenna.
Oh, gosh.
Tom, where's the Titan Force Matrix?
Come.
Currently residing in Robert Baker. His death is required to remove it.
Inside?
It's inside.
Or his choice.
The files are in the computer.
Hashtag rule of cool, I have faith Christian.
What was that?
What was that?
There's a rule of cool, everybody. We got
Oh.
a rule of cool, which I may be using before too long.
Okay. So we have to defeat Titan, and we can't do it by conventional methods.
You have a shrink ray.
How powerful is Titan?
I
Tom?
do.
You have a shrink ray.
Beyond any of you.
The Force. Beyond.
Beyond any of you.
Can the Force restore life to someone who is attuned to the Force?
I can answer that question if you make the roll on it. All of you can make a knowledge roll having to do with superiors or something of that
Okay.
nature. Just tell me what skill you're using.
I'm using knowledge history because
That's perfect.
Okay.
Hero knowledge, and I rolled a 4 on a 12.
Okay.
I rolled an 11 on a 12.
Investigation, and I rolled a 6 on a 12.
Okay, so here's what you know. The Titan Force Matrix is basically a intergalactic supercomputer that acts as a giant battery which powers all of its members, which are like a galactic police force. Think, the Green Lanterns or the Novas. This is kind of that universe's version of that. They're space cops. But they all share the same power source. It is an infinite source of power, but a person can only channel so much of that power. If they are a full-fledged officer, then they can channel a lot of that power. The one thing it does always grant is immense amounts of super strength, making Titan the strongest physically hero around.
Because it's inside.
Is there any way to separate?
But it's basically like a computer program that he downloads.
Okay.
And that he can transfer,
Can you install
by
that
giving it to
shitty
people.
version of PowerPoint on him? Because I'll tell you what.
try.
I'll tell
He
you what
doesn't
bogs down.
have a floppy drive, so no.
Wait, so is he?
But
is
we
he a-
might
Can
be
I
able
make
to
his
get-
drive hard?
We might be. Oh.
Stop it!
Hey, I'm just saying he likes hitting on me.
Wait, so he's like a robot? Just like clarification purposes.
What I'm saying is I don't think we should kill him. I know he's worth a lot of points. But
I agree completely. He is the one who has the power to resolve this situation at this point. Finding a way to communicate that and trying to get Titan to focus on saving Butch is, I believe, perhaps our best chance.
New information.
Tom,
Titan is currently flown up to the rock where he has embedded Butch and pried his body out and is now
This is gonna be the
holding him
screaming
up
thing,
to the sky and screaming.
Listen. Tom said the Titan Force Matrix can be passed by Titan's choice. You also have a choice. You don't have to kill someone if you don't want to.
I'm thinking that if I shoot Titan with the shrink ray, at least we'll be able to contain him, and it has the ability to.
it reduces the.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, as
reduce
chat
the
knows,
power.
Tiny Titan is much less dangerous.
Yeah, and adorable.
One moment.
Well, I was
Tiny
gonna say,
Titan.
does if I shrink him, will it like baby scorpions are more poisonous? So does it pressurize his power?
Yeah, from
or
the way the shrink ray works, you are just as strong as a human. It's like he would be basically the size of a bullet, but still as strong as Titan.
We'd Ant-Man him. Okay.
Perfect. Why the bullet's not in the gun? Is
Hold
what I'm saying.
up. How much radius does your shrink ray have?
I was not
Single target.
Single target. Well, single target doesn't. Well, no, because shrink the debris and then we can go get the damn disc.
That would work. You can shrink individual pieces of debris, and that's
Because
absolutely doable thing.
Here's my thinking. That disc has the plans to make the dome. The dome can contain whatever catastrophic event is threatening everything. The dome might be able to contain Titan without killing him.
Worth pursuing. I'm burning a meta point.
Okay.
I would like to link up with everybody real quick and just say, I'm going to see if I can talk him down. Titan is the one who can resolve this immediately and save Butch, which is the most pressing thing right now.
You went full Avatar, correct? Could you roll me that knowledge check again with those D8s? As you have history as Balthazar the Black and arch enemy of said Titan.
That
It
is going to be
slices and dices. It
10
can
on
separate
12.
a mortal coil from a spatial energy matrix with some magical help. Or perhaps you can have some fun with a few #Wendy buff.
It slices and dices. It can separate a mortal coil from spatial energy matrix with some magical help, or perhaps you can have some
System
few
shock,
buffs.
#panic, #lots of panic.
You have portals.
They just bought you 4 portals, Wendy.
What do I do?
Oh, I
Is
think
it like one blue portal, one orange portal?
Exactly like
that's
that.
2?
That counts as 1.
Oh!
I think chat's been drinking.
All
The
right.
speech is a little slurred.
So we are going to drop back into initiative. Before we do, I'm going to institute a rule of cool.
System override. Engage meta meltdown.
Never mind. I'm engaging instead a meta meltdown due to the system override power that was just used by Tom. Tom, we have an avatar available for you. You will be Rita Riot for the time being.
Thank you.
Everyone else can pass their character sheets to the left.
To the left, to the left.
I don't know how to play this game.
He's just very
Is that
old.
you?
And I can't.
We'll use
Just
Andy.
one.
Tom's out of the loop on this one.
I don't know if
Are we doing just one pass or two?
he can still drop to 0 hit points, but yes, he's undying.
Just 0 or 2? I mean 1 or 2 passes. Just one to the left?
Just one to the left, yeah.
Okay.
You should have his.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
All right. We're going to the top of the round. Titan goes first because he is very, very fast. And he is going to continue attacking Rita because he is very angry about you. Drops Kid Titan's body to the ground. You definitely sure he's dead now. Like that. That's a lot of broken bones. Or at least not hanging on by a thread. Maybe he's only mostly dead. I don't know. He could be indeed. So he is going to come and try and give you a good whacking in your dome. He misses though because he's as clumsy as his nephew.
Fascinating.
And you just get right out of his way. He seems very, very angry.
You are a very, very
Psychotically angry. You don't really understand anger. Well, you didn't really understand anger until just this moment. You know what it is to lose someone now, to death. You know what it is to feel pain that's emotional and not physical. Physical pain you're still not aware of because you're in you're in a relatively invulnerable body, but you feel aches and bruises from your hand hurts. Everything is just so much, and it's a lot. And it is your turn.
I require the use of a loot box.
You get the use of a loot box. You have several at your disposal. Unfortunately, I do not get to choose what's in the loot boxes. Tom does. What's in the loot box, Tom?
The Presto gun.
Okay, Dr. Presto Changeo's, that's an evil thing to do. Okay, that's what you get to do this round, though. Sorry. No attacks for you, as you spent all of that time coming up with an awesome loot box. I'm not letting you use it just yet, yes. All right. That brings it to...
Let's do this, team.
Yes!
That brings it to... That would be Kid Titan's turn. That's Wendy's turn, everyone.
Is the Borkazord still activated, or is that...
Wendy, yeah, you've got the Borkazord.
I thought I switched with him.
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah,
Wendy is you now. So sorry. Melted. Borkazord is still activated out of missiles.
I'm going to try and dig down and try and find the discs while I can, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything against Titan
Okay.
in this thing right now.
How many actions do you have per round as Wendy?
1 attack, 1 defense.
Okay, I'm going to use both of those to be moving rocks this round. And you did not find him this round.
Okay.
But you start chucking giant boulders out of the way and pushing debris aside, looking for the small child that used to be the evil General Mayhem. Brony. Brony Robbins, aka, sorry, that's actually going to be Ezekiel the Undying. What do you want to do, old man?
But what can he even do?
Like 3 weeks of beef hasn't moved. That's how you...
Oh,
There
God.
you go.
I think the only thing I can do right now is try to talk some sense into Titan, and with my does he use fist? He uses fists and swords.
Fists and swords and guns, whatever he can get his hands on. He is a man of any weapon. He's the master of all martial arts.
Cool. I'm gonna try to beat up Titan.
Okay. Well, you don't know how that's gonna go, so yeah, roll to attack.
What do you roll with?
You roll with 10s all the time
Tens.
because when it comes down to it, you're Wendy.
I'm so confused. They're not nice numbers. What is this?
No, they're
it's
very
12.
nice
Is it 10,
numbers.
12? It's a 12, 12.
Oh, no, wait, no,
Three.
sorry, that's a 1.
That's a 1?
Yeah, it's 3.
Oh!
That's a
Double
3.
lot.
You unleash a flurry of blows. Pa, ta, ta. He doesn't even bother rolling defense. He just lets you punch him.
Oh boy.
He does not care. Yeah, you've done nothing to him with that. But it definitely proves that he is quite tough.
Good, we got that proved.
It's like hitting
We
steel.
now know his true strength. Oh dear.
Oh no!
Whatever shall
I
we do
never
now?
could make it without biting.
Oh goodness. I'm just
ask Mr. O.
Okay, so after that we have that'll be Skinwalker, who's doing skin.
I take my shrink ray and I start shrinking debris or debris, if you will.
You start shooting debris with
Yes,
with your
try
shrink
to
ray.
uncover the little.
How many attacks do you have?
I have 1 and 1 defense.
Okay, you use both of those attacks to do some shrink rage on said debris, starting with Teddy's big old face.
Because even if I could slither in, I don't think I could get the distance on the rocks.
On your second shot, you see several smushed together uniforms in the area that General Mayhem and his soldiers were in. You appear to have found at least parts of him.
Do those parts have a disc in their pockets?
The Skinwalker's a snake now.
I
You
don't
just
know.
made it super scary.
I really like the movie Dreams.
I'm sorry. You started us on that.
If you haven't seen Dreamscape, lucky.
I suggest you see it.
Also,
much.
Neil Breen has a new movie coming out, so there's that. If you haven't seen
Okay,
Fatal
that
Five,
brings us to Balthazar the Black.
Yes. Well,
I'm clearly a man.
I'm clearly Balthazar the Black, and I really feel like I could talk to Titan one-on-one, but to get him to come to me, will he come to me? Or I'm apparently very good at cooking, and I feel like it's always good to sit down together at a table with a good meal with peace. And with my powers of fusion cooking, I'd like to lure Titan to a sensible conversation with Wendy's sensible shoe.
Okay, well,
I
as
cook?
you don't really have a kitchen to whip up a quick
That's
sauce
what
in
I
right
was
now.
wondering.
But you could maybe magically make something that might smell good enough to bring him out of his psychotic
Does-
rage at his nephew's death.
Does Titan like cookies?
You know, you've never asked.
Does...
He does like punching bad guys.
Death
How about
Toll
a
House.
good glass of punch? Fruit punch? Would he like that?
Haven't you seen the
You're not
commercials? You just
sure.
don't think
I'm
it's
not
So
sure
far,
either.
like from your experience with him, what he likes best is punching you in the nose.
Ah,
Loves it.
Well then, why don't... shit. I would like to, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I want to use some magic to make some cookies to lure him over so we can talk.
All right, so you dig into the deep well that is your reserve of mana to call on the primal forces of nature and the supernatural to whip up a batch of Toll House chocolate chip cookies.
Not there from scratch. They're not tall. But yes.
I'm just saying.
But yes.
Like,
Fascinating.
okay,
I wanna
so
know how to make chocolate chips from
this
scratch
actually is
from
not
a forest.
difficult for you. You don't even have to roll.
Right.
What you do, you know, like there's the clap of thunder and the horrible laughter of children as they dance around in a ring around the rosy-like circle. Harpsichord music begins playing in the background as it's an old-timey funeral parlor. And skeletons rise from the ground. Probably the skeletons of the Native Americans who were killed off to make this place a national park, and start dancing around in a creepy circle. And a flash of light, and there is a plate of delicious-smelling cookies now sitting in the middle of your ritual area.
Probably maze-based.
And then can I?
You want to, but you are spent. Magic is really hard.
Well, yes, but talking isn't.
Oh, okay, you're a little out of breath, but you can absolutely get a few sentences out. Say,
Titan! I made these as a peace offering. Please stop what you're doing and enjoy a cookie with me.
Yeah, can I have a soul roll?
Soul roll!
Give me the soul roll!
Should I use a meta point?
You can use a meta point, but you're 10 for a pretty good shot. I mean, you got a pretty high soul score with that character.
I do, but I just want, these are
10 and 12.
really good cookies. Your favorite? They smell so good. Titan, 4.
4 is wonderful. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna punch you next. Okay, bringing back that brag up to the top of the round. Everybody take your character sheets back, folks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, yes. You just got Wyatt Maxwell punched in the damn nose. Again.
It's just it's a flesh wound.
I've been punched by him
Balthazar
before.
the Black.
No, it's not.
As you come back into yourself, you see what you have done. And
Cookies?
And you are ashamed.
Cookies?
I wouldn't mind.
They weren't even made with like a good browned butter. They
Never
were
mind.
like,
Never mind.
like somebody did not spend time with them or make them with love.
But I did!
The death toll house.
You can only eat one. They're poisoned.
He said not to use conventional methods. I'm thinking outside the box.
Yes, they go well with funeral cakes. Let's have a whole dark
Yes,
carnival.
it turns out you
no,
can't
I
beat
am-
a superhero to death with cookies. Now we know.
I think I just invented ICP.
The
I'm
more
sorry.
you know.
I take a
Whoa,
cookie
whoa,
and eat
wait.
it because now I'm depressed. And I eat my feelings.
So, Skinwalker feels bad suddenly, like she was in the middle of doing something, like and she's like, I want some of those cookies. And just like slithers over, like reaches her hand over everybody. It snakes through the air and grabs one of the cookies, and she starts eating her feelings in the middle of the Titan battle.
Evil walnuts. I don't think there's any other kind. Not in cookies.
Death Toll House cookies. That I'm sure that got clipped. I don't know how it couldn't have.
Yes. Well, they are from Nestle.
I'm seriously gonna eat my.
Nestle's awesome. They can charge for actual tap water, and I think that's amazing. It's just a
Do
good
not
business
become
plan.
addicted to water.
They convinced me that white chocolate is chocolate. I believe it.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice did the same thing, and then it just kind of passed. So
Okay.
a little Van
Let's see.
Winkle.
Oh, we start with Titan. Titan gets to go first. That's great news for him. Bad news for you, sir.
Nothing.
He punches you in the nose. Now, you can defensively roll. As you know, you have a defensive action score, a DCV, if you will, which is what?
Not great.
Give me a number.
8.
It's 8. It's a pretty average for somebody. What you also have is Mercy, which can take defensive actions on your behalf and give you an extra one.
I would like to call on Mercy.
Yeah, good, because he beat his score by 5, which gives him a little extra damage to do to you, and he deals 70 damage with a normal punch.
Yeah.
And he's got some juice on this one.
Yeah.
How can I roll for Mercy to intervene?
It will use your magic roll.
Done and
It
done.
seems to already be under your control, so you just use your magic score.
Cool. Mercy! Mercy!
You dare ask for mercy, fiend?
Not you! 8, so I beat it by 7.
That means you beat it by more than he beat it by, and so he will also have to make a defensive roll as the sword takes a swipe at him as he swings. He sucks. He rolled a 17 and he needed a 6. He's not used to having to get out of the way. He has the inept defense problem. He's not good at dodging because he's a giant man and men don't have to dodge things. He's got a serious hypermasculinity problem. I think the mustache gave that away for everyone already. Yes, good.
Yeah.
He doesn't ask for directions so hard.
Since he was hit by this magical weapon, it does get past his armor. Magic hurts him, everybody.
There you go.
And he loses a number of soul points equal to 3, which is a fucking lot.
Ow.
And that's how that works. His turn is over, which brings us to Wendy.
Quick question. Does Titan have a girlfriend or something?
It is not. You don't think he does?
Even with my journalistic knowledge.
From what you can give me a journalism roll. You've probably done a few stories on Titan.
Yeah, and these 14. Beat it by 2. Beat it by 2.
You beat it by 2. Okay. As you are an informed person and from this world and know quite a bit about the superhero community, it is a well-kept secret that Titan is what was referred to in the 80s and 70s as a confirmed bachelor. In 1995, he would be called a gay. But
is Butch actually related to Titan?
It's his nephew.
Okay, for real though, not like his nephew. Okay.
Because everyone can use a loot box, Brony, from Canada.
Because everybody can use a loot box. Brony, you got your own loot box, buddy. It's from Canada, just like your girlfriend.
My wife doesn't know about it. Awkward. I mean, she's imaginary too.
Yeah, it is a.
They're having an imaginary.
He's never been seen with anybody, but it is assumed by certain members of the press that he is pulling a Tom Cruise, or whatever you want to call it. He's very much in the closet.
He's a very good actor.
And does the manly man thing, maybe to cover up his what they called in the 90s love for musicals.
So, would I maybe know the phone number of his paramour?
Oh, certainly not.
Damn.
No, he's very, very discreet and uses services and masseuses more than anything.
All right.
Masseurs.
Is
I
he
apologize.
in Congress?
He is not, but he does have political aspirations.
There we go.
I'm gonna keep digging for the floppy disks. I'm gonna keep looking.
Hip in my head says Titan is trying to be on the DL.
What?
About his love for the LD.
Nice. Nice.
That last part was me. Imp is not that much of a pervert. I don't think.
Or not enough of a law and order.
Do you mention any of that? Like you said, like, oh wait a minute, no, he's a.
No. I just needed to know.
Yeah, this is information that only you know right now. So nobody gets to,
Yeah, no one needs to know.
Is anyone wearing socks
Like you've
and
always
sandals? You're going
respected
to
that
die.
and not really, it's not something you're writing stories about. But there are lesser journalists that are always digging for that particular piece of information.
Scumbags. Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking for that floppy disk.
She needs that disc.
floppy disk.
You need that floppy disk, and that's what you're going after? You still have the Borg excavator, and you see clearly where the pile of smushed uniforms are.
It's sort of a children's slurry. Oh, no.
I gotta go look for it.
Okay.
I get...
You begin digging. You have a 50-50 shot, really, of finding it this round.
Okay.
Because he found, you did the shrink ray thing, which helped a
Good
lot.
job.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Good job. Good
Woohoo!
job.
You rolled a
I made a
0-5,
good
which means, yeah, you found it. And
Cool.
it's intact.
Oh! Good news,
Excellent
guys.
job.
And
What?
is covered in goo.
That's just bonus.
People goo.
Do I have? Am I in the? I'm still in the robot, right?
Are you in the good?
You are, yeah, you're.
Cool. Gonna put that in a Ziploc bag.
Okay. Is this sign language for Ziploc bag?
And at this point, they've just introduced yellow. And
I thought it was like, I thought this
Yellow,
was
blue,
sign
and
language for some sort of fraction, I believe eighth.
I don't.
Same sign.
Oh,
Same sign.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let everyone know. Hey guys, I found the floppy disk, so just thought it'd be useful information, and that's all I can do this turn, right?
I mean, is there a floppy disk reader in your Borkasaur?
Yeah, is there?
Okay, so that was your turn.
there you go.
Moroni,
Yes.
what are you doing?
If I were severely injured and used a life drain on someone like Titan, it wouldn't kill him, would it?
It is a distinct possibility.
Give me your mind roll.
Okay.
Tell me what you miss it or hit it by.
Okie dokie. So I missed it by, because 0 is 10, right?
0 is 10.
Okay.
Missed it by?
18. I missed it by 7.
You missed it by 7. And what
Which, ironically, is exactly how much I have here. So I hit it exactly.
Boom, you hit it exactly. Here's what you know. You could be down to 1 hit point, drain Titan 3 different times from 1 hit point, and he would still have hit points left over.
Okay.
Like you love this guy. Part of the reason you're an arch villain with him is because you were like trying to use him to live forever, because you could have just lived off him indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he has 1,000,000 hit points, but like, it's a lot. It's like in the 300 range.
Okay. This is Sparta.
One of you just did like 80 to him too, so.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we could get him down, maybe he'd at least calm down, but I think it's just gonna make him angrier. Do I know if there's a disk drive in the Borkazord?
There is most likely not, and you wouldn't know even if there was.
Is that where you put the VCR tapes? No?
No.
Okay. Well, shit. I guess I'm going to watch you get punched some more.
You could always take a punch for him.
I could. Can I? Do you think he would?
All you have to do is get his attention, and you're his other arch enemy. It shouldn't be that hard. You can just tell him you killed his girlfriend.
No.
You can tell him you were mind controlling him to kill Butch, whatever. You can just get him focused on you.
No, that's not going to happen.
You can go take a swipe at the. You can go take a swipe at the ape.
Apparently, you can make him cookies. And
I'm just going to politely ask him if he would take a moment to calm down, because people love it when you tell him to calm down.
Yeah, people do love it to tell him when to calm down.
Titan, please just calm down and listen to us, is what I say, while aiming myself in such a way as to where if he follows through, he will go very far away and maybe give some people a little bit of extra time. But maybe take me with him. I don't know. This is gonna suck if I get his attention. You look upset! Come at me, bro!
Do you tell him to calm down?
I tell him to calm down.
That is all it takes. He has decided that you are his next target.
Yeah, I know.
At the moment, Rita.
Presto gun. Engage. I am sorry, Titan. This is necessary.
Go ahead and fire your ranged attack.
Success.
By how much?
Exactly.
Wow, a 2 and a 1. That is, he evades. He, like, sidesteps your beam. which means you get hit in the face with a bright light, and you are now blinded for the next action. So sorry. It is the one drawback of the Presto gun.
You're all revved up like a deuce, another roller in the night.
Yeah, he gets basically he gets a -2 to his next attack if he fires before next round. It's just as a way of things, and you have no buffs to take advantage of right now. Mwahahaha! Nice try, Tom. You'll never save them. Okay,
But you
moving
can.
on. Yeah, but it's not my job. Oh, you're talking to them. Them.
I forgot to open my Canadian loot box.
Maddox.
I was gonna say, can I have the loot box?
There is another loot box to open, isn't there? Tom.
You can't have his Canadian loot box. That's
Oh,
it.
I believe the only loot box is currently exclusively for Mr. Munson.
No, there should be the one unopened from last time.
I stand corrected. In fact, this does contain something. It is a plain gold ring. These small people were very keen on taking it somewhere.
A ring?
It's the one ring.
Invisibility.
Oh, I got a tiny gold ring?
The one ring
Yeah.
to
Tom,
rule
what does
them
it
all.
do?
A variety of things. You should enjoy it.
Okay, it's not a sword or flamethrower or plasma shooter or just not even like.
None of those would be effective against Titan.
Yeah. Okay.
Tom?
How about the Kings of Men? Would they be effective against Titan? I'm thinking maybe.
Does someone want to propose to him?
Tom, you've got plus 20 hit points and a +6 to anyone roll. Just because.
Those were
Just because.
points.
Aww.
Use them well.
Chat has said, put the friggin' ring on! In all caps.
Put it on!
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna.
Wait, put it in the fire first.
Is there a fire? There's a lot of rock right
well,
now.
you did cook some.
There's fire all over the place, you know? I mean, there was a structure inside of this mountain and it is on fire.
Should I put the ring in the fire?
You
Just
can.
Put it on?
No, just put it on.
Put it on. Okay.
If you do, wave it by the
Jet
flame.
fuel
If it
can't
says,
melt
it says, if you can
brains.
read this, your hair is burning.
Okay.
So, but in ancient High Elvish.
So I take it and I go ahead and I put the ring on.
You can pretty much put it anywhere you want, you know? it fits anywhere.
Nice belt.
Now it's a belt.
Yeah.
You slither through that sucker and you are completely invisible.
That's convenient.
You just can't eat apples.
What? Who expected that? Anybody?
What?
What?
So no one can see me.
You have a bad.
That's
habit of-
correct.
oh,
That's what
wait,
invisible
no.
means.
Yes. Am I done?
No, that was simply opening a loot box, which is free action.
Okay.
What would you like to do this round?
Okay.
There's not much in the way of buffs at the moment,
No.
so there's not really anything you can do there unless you are Wendy, who has 4.
Now that I'm invisible, can I go to Titan and wrap around him like a rope, like I did in Teddy,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
restrain him slightly?
Yeah, make yourself extra
And he
strong
won't-
and stretchy
he
and.
won't be able to attack you. Sorry, with the cookies.
Yeah,
Sorry, I thought it would work.
holding Titan back is super hard to do, but you know that you can do it for at least a couple of seconds, which is longer than anybody else can hold him.
Right. Whose turn is next?
After you is Wyatt.
You have your
Can we
sword
use meta
still?
points at any time?
Okay, I'm
Using a meta
gonna
point
restrain
now.
him while he
We're
doesn't
using a
have enough
meta point.
defenses for your sword.
So I'm
gonna
gonna-
see what I can do on that.
I think
Okay.
Ezekiel knows how to take a punch better than Robert.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get as far away from Robert as I can at this point.
It's not the worst idea.
I'm going to now that I'm invisible, I'm gonna run over to Titan and give him the best and biggest hug ever to restrain that.
The parachute hug?
Yes, like just like up and around him, so he's.
I feel
he
like we
can't
should
move.
patent that. You could use it for your teeth, an invisible lining that sort of.
Yes, the human dental
Yeah,
dam of.
Yes, I'm going to Invisalign him all the way around. There you go.
That's a delightful thing that you are doing. Okay, you reach out. I'm going to need an attack roll from you.
Maddox buff.
Maddox buffs.
All right.
Nice.
Thank Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody rolled a 3 this round, so if you want to use your buff, you can automatically succeed at and by beating it. Like, what's your ACV?
10.
Yeah, you would automatically beat it by 7
Okay.
if you used your Maddox buff right now.
Right.
And it would be, since it was a 3, that would make it a 2, which would make it a critical success. So,
Right. So it'd be more than a few seconds.
like, you wouldn't even have to roll. Just take my roll, take a 1 away from it, and use your buff, and you can.
Done.
Yeah, and you're good to go. And
Okay.
you have him locked up tight. He will try to get away and not make it. He's currently not going to be able. He's going to be at a big minus to hit anything next round.
Okay. Okay.
Because I have the mark.
Yeah, team.
Which is good.
Excellent.
Okay, that brings it down to a Whitehead.
Okay, I am hoping to do a combination of magic and oration on this, because I want as much of the pageantry of all of Balthazar's nonsense going on in the back, while I try and talk to him.
Okay, what are you doing? You're casting a spell?
Casting a spell and just trying to essentially narrate over the top of it.
Well, this might be a dumb idea, but let's try hashtag Andy Buff.
Andy buff? A what? An Andy buff? Is that what I heard?
Oh, shit.
What?
That's a him buff.
Yes.
That's a him buff.
That's a Tom buff.
That is a Tom buff. That will give you the use of any one.
The use of anyone?
Any one of the buffs or trolls.
I believe it is important.
But it's not your turn yet, so you can just ride off until it is. He knows what it does. Congratulations, chat. You have found another secret.
Indeed you have. 1,000 points to chat. Hold my beer.
Oh.
Yes, that's the name of the achievement that you unlocked, is Hold My Beer.
So essentially what I want a full combination of as angelic of lights as we can on Kid Titan's body.
Oh, make him feel real bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Full-on thunder and lightning effects, etc. Monster! See what thou hast wrought with thine own hands. Thine own family. Your own lifeblood struck down by your negligence. You are the only one with the power to rectify this great evil. Believe me, I know the pain of that loss, the pain of that failure. Titan, we have never gotten along. Frankly, you're a bit of a dick. But I know you have it in you to rectify this. Please, help save Butch. It is of most dire consequences, not only for him, but for the world and indeed your very soul.
And this is basically just a light show you're doing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a...
Yeah, this is just pure nonsense and stuff in back.
Yeah, the Gargamel's theme from the Smurf plays behind you. Dun 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 dun. While you give this rousing speech, it doesn't match.
Yeah.
Like the dark music and the rousing speech, they do not match. Titan may switch his attention to you instead of Brony. You went to a lot of trouble to draw a punch, but alas, he is too strong of will right now and really wants to punch him in the nose now. And he says, there is no saving him. Your fault that he's dead. You made me do this. Why do you make me do this?
He is a hyper-masculine white man.
I told you. The mustache.
While I'm
Made
wrapped around
you
him, can
do
I just,
it.
Literally
shoot in his
made
ear
you-
and just, like,
The whole time I assumed you do that. It's okay, just let it happen.
And I'm sure it's
Just
really
let it
not
happen.
unsettling at all.
You're a big, strong man. You're a big, strong man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He needs to be, you're trying to man baby him down
Yeah.
while he's trying to punch you all to death.
Right.
We know you're a big, strong boy. Yes, you are.
What do you do when you're mad? Do you pound some clay, Titan? Do you hit a pillow? Take those feelings and Oh.
Pounding clay is what it's called when he punches the ground.
Yeah.
Is that an achievement?
What? I saw nothing.
Nice.
I would like to go back to the top of the round. Titan gets to take his turn. He is going to attempt to Ultra Vision Ezekiel the Undying. Using
What does that mean?
he has a laser blast that shoots quantum beams out of his eyes and disintegrates things.
Yeah, I didn't wrap myself around
Are you
his
fully
eyes.
invisible, or are you like translucent?
She is completely invisible.
So there's no Bohr's law going on or anything. There's not going to be any refraction or.
Nothing
This
like
isn't
that.
Predator invisible.
No, this is she One Ring invisible.
Well, nice.
Well, shit.
I'm still whispering. I'm still trying to coddle him.
Give me a defensive roll.
I'm going to get the better dice. Fuck you. 11. I got 11. So I missed it by.
Yes, missing it is not as good as succeeding.
No.
You take 50 damage.
Okay, so 20, so 80. Yes.
And that brings it to.
Ow!
That brings us to Rita, because we have to go with your partial action now.
System override. Engage rule of cool.
Smart. It's not a bad way to go, big guy. Tom has used his system override ability to engage a rule of cool buff that did not exist before. That is awesome for everybody but me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to work my way down this way.
Of course you are.
What would you like to do this round? This is your ideal world. How do we take care of this situation, and how do we do it quickly?
Yeah, that's the operative word, huh? Okay. Well, I am invisible, wrapped around Titan. So what I'm gonna do is shapeshift from my I guess if I take the ring off, I become seen again.
Indeed.
Right? Okay. So I'm just gonna wiggle the ring off because it's a belt, actually.
Yeah, it's
right?
not really a problem to do. Yeah.
Right.
You can
But-
hula hoop with it.
You could really just,
I'm
you
gonna
can
ring off.
you're bendy enough where you can really just pull it off that way.
Right there.
You know?
Plus, I'm invisible too. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the ring off, but hold on to it. I still have it. I'm not throwing it away at anything. And as I take it off, I have already shape-shifted into Titan's worst nightmare. That is literally giving him a big bear hug. Like his
That's
worst
probably
nightmare.
Maddox.
So you're changing into a dude.
Is that yes? A dude with a bigger, better mustache. Than him. The bigger butter mustache. Right.
A butter mustache.
A bigger
butter
mustache.
Oh
Just
my.
got those cookies earlier. Saying you missed out. So I change into that right in front of him, and as he's shocked and stunned by this handsome being standing right in front of him, I lure him into the Borkazord, and I hide him in that little tank for protection.
Who?
The Borkazord. Yeah, I'm gonna lure the Titan into the Borkazord.
Okay.
Titan and Bork.
Yes, armor
probably
him.
wouldn't fit.
He probably wouldn't fit.
He's it is huge, but it's designed to hold somebody the size of Wendy, who is 5'2" and 105 pounds, whereas Titan is almost 8 feet tall and well over 400 pounds.
Okay, well then I'm gonna take my ring and propose to him, and he's gonna be so exasperated that he puts the ring on and becomes invisible. And then he hides for a second.
Okay.
Handsome man makes him invisible.
So your plan, I mean, like, the result that you're looking for is that Titan hides.
Invisible,
and is
then I
safe
just kinda
from
harm.
harm. We want
Contained but safe from harm.
you want him safe from harm and contained. Understood.
I don't know.
You just want to stuff him in the trunk where he won't be hurt in any way, even though the mission is to kill him. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Just
You just want to do it slowly so he suffers.
yeah.
Right. Wyatt.
I would like to reach out to try to make contact with Kid Titan's soul and connect him to Titan directly. Not trying to resurrect him, not trying to bring him back. I understand I can't do that. But I would like to give Butch the chance to explain what has been going on, that we are trying to help, which is something that we never got the chance to do because a certain someone went all punchy. Try and do that. If that fails to connect, I want to position myself behind Titan to attempt to take him out with mercy.
Okay. I can let you do one of those things. Since it's a rule of cool, what is the what is your ultimate goal? Like at the end of this round,
desired outcome would be for Titan to realize his mistake with Butch and do what he needs to help bring him back so we can prevent the prophecy from coming to light and keep everybody from fucking dying.
Gotcha. Another an attack of conscience. Very well. Wendy. Tell me something good.
Yeah, I want to. I'll tell you what I want to happen at the end. I can't use words well. I want to like trap him in an endless portal. And then I want to be able to shrink that portal with the shrink ray and keep him contained indefinitely.
So he's just, like the portals are like really close to each other, and he's
He can't like.
with only just a little bit of him showing at any one point. Okay.
I'm going to need a Sharpie.
All right. So ultimate portal of doom.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh boy.
Save Butch. #MetaPoint.
We love meta points. Thank you, chat. We appreciate
Thank
the
you,
meta
chat.
points.
Save Butch.
Save Butch.
Save Butch. Everybody wants you to save Butch, but he's clearly dead.
Clearly.
You say that in a way.
The ape had lead poisoning.
They told you how to save Butch. That's not the way you're going, so don't even worry about it. Do what you were doing. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm proposing. I'm making cookies and getting married.
Right.
She really is a
Future be
hideous
damned,
monster
everyone.
who deserves a fantastic life.
Okay, so Portal Forever. Brony.
Tom, if you had the disc, would Titan need to die?
Titan's death is necessary for the survival of Butch Baker. Butch Baker's survival is imperative.
So Titan can't be used to power.
Butch has been checked, Maximo. He is quite expired.
He's a dead hero.
Heroes never die.
No, that's Goonies.
Aw.
Speaking of mercy,
Well, I'm gonna go for it. Seeing that she's surveying the land by having the pod open to look at everything and plan this terrible idea, I'm going to jump up, grab the disc from the hand of the Borkazord, do this a little bit, because I mean it is...
blow on it, you know.
And I am going to frisbee it to Rita, who I know is being controlled by Tom.
Ah.
In doing so, I am hoping very much that some kind of containment field can be created.
So you know Tom is in there. Interesting.
I do not. Tom, where are you?
Well, I mean, you could definitely tell, you know, like he definitely started acting strange, but that leaves a big question that you haven't asked.
I can see it, right?
Yeah, you can see there's a
I think it
something
leaves a
else in
couple
there.
of questions. One, where did Andy go?
Where did Andy go?
Andy is not currently logged into the system at this time.
So Andy has logged out of the system.
What
By
happens
choice?
if we log out?
I don't know.
Well, anyway,
You don't see a log out button anywhere.
I know.
Where's
So-
my pink red button?
I was
Control Alt Delete.
okay. I'm gonna get you a couple of books. They're like young adult, but they should teach you where your big red button is. And you know what? Treat yourself. Treat yourself. You're getting married. Get it out of your system
Yeah,
now.
thank you.
So I'm in a prison because I've I did a lot of time on college campuses being creepy, and I've learned a little bit of the flying disc that I'm not going to name lest we be sued. So I'm going to hurl
Frisbee.
it.
What?
It's the mom from Secret of NIMH?
Yes.
Okay, that's a Bisbee. So I throw the 3 1/4 inch floppy, which I don't know what to do with it. I think you put records on it or something. But he needs it. I'm very confused right now.
Yeah.
This is a very confusing situation.
I am also very confused.
Yes.
So yeah, you're grabbing.
Yes, I'm grabbing the sack and flipping the disc. The floppy. I'm grabbing
To
the
read
sack
it, yeah?
to whip out the floppy. Yes. And just hoping that somehow works out because computers are the future.
Well, I mean, this is your best case scenario situation. So, like, does he catch it in his teeth? How do you want this to go down?
So yes, he ties a bandana around his neck, and on all fours, runs toward the disc, jumping in the air, gently mouthing it and catching, and then doing a little backflip. To which I say, "Good boy."
That's a good boy.
Yes. He then uses the disc as only he knows how to do.
Groovy.
Yes.
And
I don't have any bags, so don't do anything.
finally, Tom, it is your turn. I would remind you that nobody is following the objective right now.
This is correct.
Well, I can't kill him. I need
Tactical
to-
analysis
Now,
complete.
what you know that the other characters do not know at this point is that the project would like nothing more than for Butch to die.
Absolutely.
So it's up to you what you do now.
Tactical analysis complete. Using Dr. Presto Changeo's gun, I shall shift bodies with Titan. Once I have shifted bodies, I will then power down and transfer the Titan Matrix Force to Butch Baker. At which point, I will grab 2 rocks. I will swing them at my head. At exactly 0.1 seconds before impact, I will retransfer my consciousness to Rita.
I like
Wow.
this man.
Okay, going down the line.
That's very, very awesome.
Chat, you know what to do.
Going down the line.
You guys know where to go.
You know what to do.
What to do?
It's almost like this one has some kind of inside knowledge. I don't know.
Marriage.
Marriage
Marriage.
Marriage.
is what wings us.
Okay, so Maddox is trying to put Titan into some position where he cannot be harmed, and is wrapped
I'm
around
trying to
him.
propose. Let's get this.
Yeah.
Well, marriage is
Yeah,
safe.
you've decided to
Marriage is
safe.
marriage is safe.
so safe.
You have proposed. You're going to propose marriage to Titan,
Yeah.
the confirmed bachelor,
With my bigger mustache.
with your much bigger mustache and your manlier muscles. You look like an old, 1910 strong man who rides one of those bicycles with the big wheel on the front and a little
Arnold,
wheel
really, at a
on the
young
back.
age.
Trying to look like
mustache.
Rock Hudson, but gay.
Like Rock Hudson. Okay, that's adorable. Oh yeah,
God.
like Sam Elliott.
That is
But
a mustache.
like Roadhouse Sam
Oh.
Elliott. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm in.
Won't you be
Yeah.
mine, me ho?
That's me. That's me.
I offer you the 1 ring of power. It's what's for dinner.
Be mine.
Okay, so you are going to
Hula hoop to proposal.
drop down to one knee and to see if he'll have your hand in matrimony as he's trying to murder you. Wyatt is you went with the you didn't go with rousing speech this time, or no?
I know,
You're
shocking.
I'm
communicating
trying to
with
get
Butch.
Butch.
Yeah, you're trying to get Butch
To connect
to
with him,
connect
right.
with him, at least soul to soul,
Exactly.
by summoning Butch's soul from wherever it may be. And
Just a little portal prison.
Yep.
But at any time, I could shoot a portal gun, another portal, and he can escape.
yep, so portal prison is what you're going for him, which will expend one of your fun with portals, but totally worth it because it's awesome.
I do like that idea.
And Brony,
Frisbee!
Frisbee disc. You're getting that disc and you're frisbeeing it to Rita.
The news says it's the future.
And Rita has decided to use the Presto Changeover gun to switch identities with Titan, at which point you hack the Titan Matrix, transfer the Titan Matrix to the body of Butch Baker, hold 2 rocks up in the air, transfer your consciousness back into Rita while slamming rocks into your head.
Precisely 0.1 second.
0.1 second. Well, that will require you to win, I'm afraid. Because that's a really hard action to do. So let's see where we are.
Could any of us even do that? Tom, can we do what you do?
That's how Rule of Cool works.
I am uncertain.
You give a full explanation of and no matter how ridiculous it is.
So Rule of Cool, I could have just said system shutdown.
Oh no, not that.
That's
a Tom thing.
That's a Tom thing. Yeah, system shutdown is definitely a Tom thing.
Well,
I am unaware of what your potential is. Therefore, I do not know if you can do what I can do.
no,
or you
Tom.
She can do anything, you can do better.
Yeah, right. I can't use it.
No.
I already used it.
You
can't
used
use
it.
on the Rule of Cool, huh?
What?
Well, there's no rolling.
Can't use what?
I know.
You can use meta points.
I just-
How the Rule of Cool works is the winner of the poll automatically succeeds at their action critically. They get a full +10 to their success. Everyone else still has to try to do what they said they were going to do by rolling at a -5.
Seems reasonable.
I'm gonna get married.
Because it's at least fun to watch you try and fail.
I feel like
Cookies for the reception!
Okay, here's how it goes
Congratulations,
down.
I applaud you. It will be a short marriage, however.
Oh, let's marriage. I don't know about that. I mean,
All right, the results of the poll are in. And here's how it's gonna go. Give me a roll.
in marriage. We're just all assuming, right, at this
7.
point? Okay.
7. I'm still just gonna go in basic initiative order.
Okay.
7 is very, very good. You are that'll make it 12, which will be a miss. So you unwrap yourself, turn yourself into muscle-bound Tom Selleck of the past. Drop to one knee, pull out the one ring, offer it to him, and just say, "Would you make me the happiest man thing in the world and be mine?" Which is completely unacceptable in 1995. Not only is it illegal.
we're alone. We're alone.
No, you're at the
Anyone
rubble
want to ask
outside of
Tom the
Mount
obvious
Rushmore.
question?
Everybody's
If
watching.
Andy did not log out of her own choice, who took her out and why? #MetaPoint.
Anyone not going to ask Tom the obvious question? Tom, if Andy did not log out on her own choice, who took her out and what? And why? And they give you a meta point. It's like
That's
somebody.
a good question.
Somebody has figured
We should
out.
ask that.
I will do it because I can see something is amiss.
Yeah, journalist, you're the one who
Yeah.
asked the question.
But
She's
we're
a
not
miss.
there
She
yet,
didn't get
my
married.
friends. No time to ask questions. He
accept?
he completely ignores you, and in fact bats you aside, and is no longer entangled by your mighty stretching powers. You
doesn't
need
know
to
what he's
roll
missing.
some magic as well.
He's a jerk.
5.
Butch's soul is still in his body, so it's easy to get in contact with it. You immediately have him try and contact. That makes Titan hold back for just a moment as he hears the voice of his dead nephew. Wendy, you need to roll for yours too.
Am I rolling 8s or 10s?
You will be rolling 8.
8? Okay. Just double checking. I read it. That's what is this?
12.
12?
And he will try and make his defense. He does not. And you used one of yours, so that's going to make your roll pretty much useless. Instead, He does fall right into a portal and then out of another one. They didn't get as close together as you would have liked them. It's about 10 feet off the ground, but he is just falling down this never-ending portal of doom. Again, stunned, so not really able to react in any way. Brownie, give me a roll.
3.
3. You just that's gonna make 8. So yeah, you just like backflip up, land on this thing's arm, grab this floppy disk, and then Ninja Star style just flip it. Like Gambit used to throw cards, just go back on it, just like, your whole arm arc, and there's like a little, motion line, but like the card is flying perfectly straight.
It says AOL, I think that's important.
I need a defensive roll from Rita.
I'll get these out of here. You don't need those.
Oh. 14.
14, you want to use your plus
I will
7?
use the 6.
You will use your plus 6, which will bring it to 9. That's no problem. You catch it in your teeth.
Rough. Back.
Or actually, rough. And yeah, so well done. Successes are very uncommon in that particular.
Oh, jeeves. I'm going to go lay down for a bit.
And Tom, you won. So here's what happens. You catch this disc in your teeth. Pull out your right now. He's falling. You have judged the speed that he is falling perfectly. As soon as he hits, the, what do you call that when you can't fall any faster?
Terminal
velocity. When he hits the terminal velocity, you've got it timed perfectly. At this place, you're just like, with the gun, just aiming a few times. Zap! Suddenly, you are in the body of Titan. You stop yourself with your flying ability.
Oh man.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle of the two portals.
Curious.
You reach out to Hal, the AI that controls the Titan Force Matrix in this sector, and just wreak havoc on his systems. You know it won't last long, but you said
long enough.
Yeah, you send the code in, and it is enough to disrupt him long enough for you to take control of that Titan Matrix and shut everything down and transfer it over to Butch's body. The quantum energy forms a ball in front of you that is bright as the sun, and a thin beam fires out and into Butch's body. It begins to glow with that same quantum energy. Then, as you power down, you see him shrink slowly until he is a normal-sized man, 5'8", a little bit balding, in his 40s. Still has that same fabulous mustache.
He's a space ace.
And his physique is not, it's not as quite as awesome as it was. He's just a regular-looking dude, floating there in midair with 2 rocks in his hands.
Oh shit!
Now I'm the most handsome man.
You definitely are, because as you see the last of the quantum matrix, you see that beam shoot back and forth in between Rita as he brings these 2 rocks together, smashing his head to a pulp as he falls back into the portal, and then out of the portal, and back into the portal, and out of the portal, and back into the portal, and out of the portal. And there is
Let's not get rid of those
there is
portals.
so much splash. There is way more splash than you thought. It's like being at a Gallagher show. It is bad. I mean, there's less racism than at a Gallagher
Is
show.
that contained within the portal flow as
Well, no, because every time it comes out, it's
Sorry, first time using this.
It's super gross. And Rita, you are back in your body.
Or someone's body.
Have the floppy disk.
Did I hear you say hello to Hal? Are you friends with the Titan Matrix?
It was unfortunate, but necessity that I hacked the computer system. I was passing my condolences.
Hal,
The same thing?
as most of you know who are familiar with Titan, Hal isn't the actual name of the AI. It's just what he jokingly calls it because it's an AI. So there you go.
What is it? I don't get it.
Ah, your anachronistic personality is hilarious.
Thank you, chat.
And Titan.
His turn is
Titan,
decomposing.
when the portal finally dissipates, splatters on the ground as he was flying very, very fast and falling.
Well, we can copy comics with him at least.
And there is a dead man.
The Sentinels will be here soon. I suggest you come up with a plan.
Thanks, Tom.
So, from what you know of the Sentinels, even though some of you are working for some of them secretly, you just killed one of them.
Yeah.
There's really no way not to get punished for this, unless you can find a way to make it seem as though Titan is still alive. Butch his wounds appear to be healing, although he has not regained consciousness.
And Rosencrantz?
Rosencrantz is coming too. In fact, he is conscious and sitting there, looking at his friend and looking up.
Ook indeed.
Oh, well,
Tom?
Oh my.
Yes.
Who
You're
removed
already most of the
Andy
way
from
there.
yes.
Who removed Andy from the simulation?
It is unknown at this time.
Is it unknown to us, or is it unknown to you as well?
It is unknown to me at this time.
Oh,
Mr. Munson, you are my ally. I would not lie to you.
Then why didn't you tell us earlier?
You did not ask.
When you say you're here to help, you do mean us, right?
This is correct.
Okay.
My primary directive is to help metapilots achieve their objectives.
Who sets the objectives?
How many rounds
Mr.
is that,
Maxwell has set
Ben?
the objective.
Damn it! I don't think.
It's like he's his own portal. His mouth is a portal. It's just looping.
Oh, hey, Tom. Time is up, my friend.
Huh? Time is up. What does time is up mean? Tom, what does time
It
up
means he
mean?
squished that man, and now we have to deal with it.
Rita kind of shakes her head back for a second. What just happened?
Are you aware of the writ of habeas corpus?
She sees Butch and Rosencrantz over there. She goes over to check on them to see how they are doing.
Okay, so we don't have much time.
Wendy,
I can
Yes.
only eat about 10 pounds of that.
you had said there were two things inside each of us. Are there two in Rita now?
Did we kill someone? Did we kill Andy?
Well, I don't know. Tom, can you confirm if Andy is still alive, just not plugged in?
This is unknown at this time.
She's
Okay.
logged out.
Okay.
That's what you know.
Well, we need to figure out something since we have heroes inbound.
Can we still work with Rita?
Yes, but I
Rita's
don't think...
absolutely willing to help you however you want. She's taken part in this along with Andy
What?
and with Tom.
But does Rita understand what we're trying to do?
I think she gets it. She was part of the plan. But what do you? First of all, what do you need to do?
Well, we need to hide.
Well,
his
hold on.
body.
I have some questions about the situation because Tom, for a moment, had the disc. Tom, were you able to copy
Rita has
contents?
the disc now.
Rita has the disc now, but during that time, were you able to read and copy the disc? by
No.
chance? No? Okay. Secondly, are we back to our previous objective?
This is correct.
Both of which you have achieved.
We have achieved both objectives. So what is our current objective?
Well, your current objective
Is to get the... Yeah.
is to not get arrested by the Sentinels.
I
If you are
still...
arrested by the Sentinels, you will be incapable of achieving the dome.
I got to have my dome.
I'm with you on that. May I suggest at first you tighten up a bit? It's going to be a lot easier to swallow something
Yes.
coming from him than from any of us.
And speaking of easy to swallow, I think we should get rid of the evidence. And I am sorry, but this is going to suck. I say we let the creepy skinwalker thing take care of it.
So, that is within your capabilities. In fact, you could clean up the body.
You mean like eat it?
She needs the
Well,
mass.
like absorb it, or turn it into an acid and dissolve it.
Oh,
And you could easily impersonate Titan.
yeah. Well, I'm halfway there. I'm a
Exactly.
very handsome man.
Right. You just
In fact, you have to dial it back.
you just you add a cape and some misogyny and you're there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh.
Also, I opened my loot box.
Remember I told you I'd give you a signal when
Yeah,
it was a
so
good
yeah,
time
so
to use your powers? You're like, I'm not sure what to use the shape-shifting thing.
Is it gonna
This
be
is an
poutine?
opportunity to do that.
There you go.
I hope it's poutine, though I can't pass it anymore.
You guys, should we really, like, get rid of the body or hide it? Like, get rid of it completely?
Does she need the mask to turn
Okay,
into something?
I'm going to let you make a magic roll to know some things, to knowledge kind of. You've already made your roll to know about how Titan's powers work, so that is going to be an easy
This
for
Titan
you.
was Butch,
Yeah.
so this guy has got to be someone too.
Yes, a borderline sociopath.
Okay.
Beat it by 3.
So, if you were to reanimate that body, it would still have the same DNA. I mean, sure, it wouldn't have a mind or a soul, but the soul is safely trapped inside Mercy right now, or at least a piece of it. You know, you keep that relatively nearby, and you have a little bit of that Titan force from Butch in there. You could have that as a battery indefinitely and not really have to worry about doing any one person any actual harm.
Functionally, he is gone at this point, but we can use his energy transferred and stored within Mercy to power the sphere once we get our immediate situation resolved.
He's essentially a second-term Ronald Reagan.
Titan also has gotten a recent offer from NBC Television to host the Today Show. Have you ever hosted a talk show before?
Yes. No.
No, but have you ever wanted to? Hell yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be terrible to get that paycheck and be a legit superhero for a while.
Yeah.
And Wendy, you could just not write about what happened here.
No.
And Ezekiel, you were moving to Israel anyway.
It's quite warm.
I mean, as long as you promised to never talk about this with anybody ever again, you might even be able to get away with it.
Does Butch, will he have any knowledge of what happened?
He's been dead this whole time.
I know that. I don't know the rules anymore. I don't know what is.
He
and
was
what
not
is
conscious
possible.
while he was dead.
So no memory. And
Right.
Rosencrantz doesn't speak English.
Rosencrantz speaks perfect iambic pentameter.
Okay, so he's been alive and he can.
He is, yeah, he's there. He's like, yeah, whatever I can do. How do I help?
Okay.
I mean, I can make the machine work. I can build that.
If you would get started on that, that would be most helpful.
But what about Master Butch?
Can you decipher the contents of this
Drop
thing?
it. Drop it.
I'll help.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Master Butch has been taken care of. His body and the Titan Matrix are repairing themselves. He will be with you soon.
All right. So I'll give this to the Sentinels then.
If we could get working on that before the Sentinels arrive. But yes, if you can explain
Well,
the
I'm not
dire
exactly.
need.
Yeah, I'm not exactly made of raw materials here, am I?
No,
mean,
I understand that. I'm just saying, if you can help facilitate to them.
Yeah, hold on. He has a wrist computer. He puts the floppy disk in it, and oh yeah, I can build this. Take a couple years.
Isn't there one already built under the rubble? Could we repair it?
No,
No.
it was going to take some time to build.
Yes.
So the dome has to be made now.
No, the dome just has to be made.
Yeah.
Oh. May I assist Rosencrantz in that endeavor with my otherworldly Wendy powers?
He would be happy for the help. He doesn't have opposable thumbs.
It's true.
I mean, he can use tools, but
Cool.
those opposable thumbs are super handy.
I feel like I'm going to look in this loot box. I'm going to see if anything can help us in here. Oh, it's a flag.
You know, opened up some loot boxes.
A home and
So his Canadian loot box has
True patriot.
Armor guy's helmet.
Ooh, what?
Extraordinarily useful item. Enjoy.
got a bit of a helmet?
It's a cool looking, like, helmet. It looks like it belongs on a suit of power armor.
Oh.
If you put it on, you have several different fields of vision and hearing and radio and anything else you might need. It's a complete heads-up
I'm
display.
not even going to be able to set
You
the
have
clock.
no idea what this thing
This
does.
is just gonna... Okay.
You were just like, oh, a helmet. Nice.
Can you call your son to have him come over and help me with this? They're all good with these computers.
He is very adept.
He uses.
Well,
the
I don't
He
question
uses the
that.
Twitter.
Oh, that hasn't been... He's going to be very rich. I'm going to give you a name of someone to ban ahead of time. I'm going to need you to do this.
Okay, so how are we cleaning up the mess? First of all,
I'm taking Titan and I'm picking him up and I'm hiding his body and I'm putting on his clothes. Does he still have the clothes?
you don't even need to put on the clothes. The costume disappears when he powers down.
Okay.
But you can simulate the costume
Boom.
super easy.
So I'm looking like Titan,
Uh-huh.
and I'm taking the body, and I'm not disposing it or ruining it or anything. I'm just hiding it.
Is there anything left to ruin?
Oh, he's got a full body. It's just no head, and stuff keeps shooting out of it because the centrifugal force as he was.
Wait, you think we should set it? Like,
I mean, you
Here's
can.
Here's my thing. I don't know what all the powers are of the Sentinels. I probably do. I could probably check that.
But
Some of them might be able to sense his presence or the body or see through things. I'm just saying maybe it being gone isn't a bad thing. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
if you're planning on using it as a battery, you'll need it.
You will need it, but you could probably absorb and use that mass to be a little. You don't want to be one of those chocolate Easter bunnies. It's just all hollow on the inside. He's huge.
Yeah. So
I'm
if you don't want
going-
anybody to see the body,
I'm gonna eat
if
it.
only you had a way to make it invisible somehow.
He's already wearing the. Oh, he
No,
didn't.
he
take
didn't
my
say yes.
proposal.
He didn't say yes, girl.
I'm still heartbroken, and I'm gonna force that ring on his finger anyways.
The body disappears.
We'll be there for you.
Yes, thank you.
For being a friend.
But there's still this big invisible lump in the middle of the ground. Like somebody could easily trip over this
No,
big ass
I'm
dude.
moving it.
She
to
was
the side.
holding
But
it.
he's still very, very heavy.
All right, I'm helping.
If you
Oh, come
only
on,
had a
help.
way to say make
Shrink
it
it
smaller.
Shrink.
I thought we used
He
it
didn't
on
do
the
it.
rubble.
We have.
Oh, it's not a
You
one.
can keep using it. It's
We
a
can
multi.
keep using
It's a
it?
multi-use item.
Okay, can we shrink it and I'll put it in?
By the way, don't
want
put it
it?
in your belt band. Found that out the hard way.
Okay, so you know what? Before I'm gonna take the ring off just for a second, so I could see him. Shrink ray, so he's a tiny him,
Now
and
it-
then put him
oh.
inside the ring.
And he turns
And
invisible.
so he's a tiny invisible, and then I'm going to
Give him to Balthazar.
Do you want to hold on to him? Very tiny. Just be gentle. Just
He'll know what to do with it.
Don't. What's his name? Larry.
Larry won't be coming anywhere near him. No, we'll need this for the dome. I'll keep it safe and
Secret?
from robbing and secret. Yes.
Right.
All right.
It's like an old guy should
Things
tell
are
you
just starting to
something
get
like
cleaned
keep
up.
it
You start
secret,
checking
keep it
around for
safe.
more survivors when out of the sky the Sentinels appear, or at least some of them. Some of their most famous members, in fact. Among them, Armor Guy, missing his helmet,
Oh, how hilarious!
which you are holding currently.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, dude!
Look what I found. I don't.
Dr. Migraine, Psychic Supreme. I knew you loved my names.
I love it.
Don't even pretend like you don't love my names. And and none other than Citron 13, a self-aware android hero detective thing.
Were there 12 more before him?
There were. He gets blown up a lot, but now he self-repairs and rebuilds. This latest iteration uses some sort of strange nanotechnology to keep itself alive.
Banana technology.
Dun dun dun!
Nothing bad has ever come from nanotech.
All right, they show up. At first, they appear ready for a fight. Hello, Bob.
Teammates, how are you?
Oh, you know, way less pretentious than you, as usual, says Farmer Glide.
Oh,
Yep, you're still a dick. So, do you have this under control then?
Oh,
yes, we are completely under control.
If I may humbly beseech you, we have a larger situation than just what is going on here, though ably handled by Titan here. We will need some of your assistance. We have already enlisted Rosencrantz to begin. May we...
You got the plans.
We do have the plans for the dome.
You're Wendy Gates.
That's me.
You're a nosy reporter.
Yep.
But she's good at it.
Stick around, I want to talk to you.
Would you like some cookies?
Yes, please. Compliments.
Compliments to
Balthazar.
Balthazar, they're very...
I didn't have time to brown the butter, but you know, needs must in this situation.
Can you... I mean, that fell. The fan worked against me for the first time this evening.
Well, the fans have been working against us all month.
Oh, the whole time.
The doctor, Migraine, immediately lands to where Butch is and starts administering medical help. Before long, he is up and on his feet again, as is Rosencrantz, able to move around. Anybody who else has taken damage, he offers medical assistance to, without being in the least bit dickish to any of you, despite your status as villains and or nosy reporters.
Oh, gotta love that.
I'm a
Hippocratic
hero.
oath.
I know, Bob. We go way back, buddy.
Yes. Just making sure everyone knows.
Everyone knows, Bob. Everyone knows.
Good.
Says the doctor. Balthazar, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course.
Just, I'll get the crew in here to put the mountain back the way it's supposed to be.
Yes, please do let us know if we can help.
Anybody seen Rita? You have. She's she's in the area. She's like, somebody get her for me as well. I'm gonna need to talk to her.
Sure.
Pen mustache buff. I mean, hashtag Maddoxbuff.
Yeah.
Do I have a mustache buff?
Pen mustache buff. I mean, Maddox buff is what it says. So you do have a buff that you can play with.
Should we warn them about what they're going to find under the rubble? It's kind of a mess under there.
Oh, yes.
Well, anything you need to say to Rita, you can say to me so I can relay to her. We have a working relationship right now. So, what would you like to tell Rita?
What?
You said you just wanted to talk to Rita.
Bob, you know I'm a mind reader, right, Bob?
Yes.
Okay, Bob, then shut up, Bob.
Let me go help find Rita. Be cool, you're blowing it!
Could I try to read Dr. Migraine's mind without him knowing?
Well, he's
Wait,
the
what?
most powerful psychic in the world. If anybody would notice if you were trying to read their mind, it would be him. And you are not psychic, which...
But other Wendy could be.
Right, other Wendy might very well be psychic. If you would care to engage in a battle of wills, you may.
Is this a good idea, guys?
I'm more than willing to tell you no.
Alright. No, I won't do it then.
Hey, good idea, bad idea, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes you break some eggs.
Mm-hmm. How else are you going to make an omelet, Wendy?
Sometimes eggs is people.
Balthazar? Just for a second. I'll leave Citron here to tend to your needs.
Yes, quite.
He brings you aside. So the skinwalkers, Bob?
Yes, there were,
Tell me what happened. No, show me what happened. Okay, that's what happened. Oh, God, you're always killing each other.
I will say...
Bob would have killed you.
Yes.
Bob would have absolutely killed you.
I've never seen him so enraged.
So, you don't mind if I take him? He's in your pocket.
I understand that. Yes, I'm not trying to deny that fact. We have an urgent need, and Bob, as he
You want him to
such
power the
is-
dome. You're going to use his body.
Yes.
Yeah, I know your whole plan. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying really hard not to be a dick. I want you to be in and on board with the plan, and I'm on board with your plan. We need that little battery to put that dome up, and I can understand why you would need to put that dome up. I'm very fond of your young granddaughter and all that.
Done.
Save lives, not take lives, right? That's the future.
Well, Ned.
I'm certainly hoping so.
So, what do I do with you guys now? That's the real question. Battery, check.
Got the mark.
Plans.
I'm pretty. Oh, she's got them. Read it. Oh no, I got them. Here you go.
Thank
Wait.
you.
Want to try something?
He stops them, obviously in midair with his
You'd be very popular on
telekinesis.
college campuses.
I am. I'm a
Yeah, that's
professor.
Probably true.
He puts the disc in his pocket. Rosencrantz, Wendy, you're still interested in helping build this? We could use someone of your skill and worldly knowledge.
I think after this, I have to.
Give me a mind reading roll. I'm gonna, because he's clearly like, he's up in your business right now.
Oh, is this gonna be at a 10? 10.
You can do it on 8.
Oh, 7, 8. 14 minus 8. Right? 14 minus 8. Made by 6. Made by 6. This is at a 10. This is at
Made it by 6. That's fine. No, you did fine. You made it by 6. You're good to go.
I can math.
There's something that doesn't happen every day. He is digging. He is looking through your mind.
Oh.
And then looking through your minds, and he starts to see, you can tell he's starting to look at the other faces, and without even thinking, you just push him right the hell out. You are like, this is Sparta! And Dr. Migraine goes flying across the room.
Oops.
As if you had kicked him. What he does is gross. It's like he was in your brain, like digging around, really without asking. It's horrible.
I spit on it. Stay out of there.
Maybe he deserves it even. He has this very weird pacifism thing, but there's a darkness in there that you just saw and you don't like it. Like, this guy is wrong. Something fundamentally is just broken in this man. And you could see it. And you used that very darkness to slap him across his psychic face. So good job. You were definitely in the right.
Say, is he a good guy at all?
I don't think so. Can I steal the floppy disk?
He has it. That doesn't mean you can't steal it. And
I thought Rosencrantz had it.
oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. So Citron and Armor Guy and Migraine get together, and he's like, okay, so good job, everybody. Mission accomplished. Sorry we lost somebody very important today, and it's gonna have to ask you to keep a secret forever. Is that something you think you can do?
Yes.
Tom, what is going on?
Absolutely.
I don't.
You know what? Don't answer that. No need to answer that. And then Migraine gives you just a littlest look. Just, you're going to be a fine Titan. Give me a defensive roll.
I should have put the helmet on.
12. Is that with the
DCV missed it by 4.
I can use one of my
And he made it by 7.
If you used both of them.
Yeah.
You can only use one for each roll, I'm afraid.
You have a buff. Does that help?
It would help, but maybe not by enough. But if everybody has to make that roll, you can wait
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
and use your buff. So I won't make you go first on that.
Okay.
He's not doing anything to you, but he is trying to do something to you.
Oh, gross.
Especially since you just hit him with your brain.
It smells weird.
And your spit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll a defensive roll and subtract 10 from whatever you roll.
It's still 8.
Roll 2 8s. Give me the result, minus 10.
Someone help me, Matt. So
5.
I rolled
5.
a 5.
5.
5.
Good. He is not able to get anywhere near your mind. Don't even worry about it. You've mind blocked him for the time being, and he is not going to be welcome back in your brain today.
Ah, yeah.
And I put that helmet on already. He saw me do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds bad. That's a bad one.
I just wanted to see what it looked like in here.
And you're going to need to make 1 too. But you'll get a bonus as well.
Of
5.
5. 8.
8. And that's with the taking away 5?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. You want to take anybody else's roll?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
Nobody rolled that great.
No.
8's not going to quite do it. Exactly.
No.
What was?
I
Can
got
you
12
take the
and
roll and do the bonus? The 10?
I don't know what everyone else rolled.
He rolled an 8. He rolled the lowest.
Oh. And that's what I would need.
Mm-hmm. But if you add that 2 to it, you could still make it.
Yep.
Done. Doing that.
You are doing it.
Plus the 2.
Great. You take 0 damage in actual damage, but you know what? You would be a really good Titan. In fact, you've always been a great Titan.
Oh, no! You're Titan. You have.
You've been.
I'm brainwashed. I'm not a.
You are an intergalactic space officer here to enforce the law and keep the American way alive and well in this great country of ours, the greatest country of all.
Tom, how many Titans have there been? How many Titans have there been?
You know that throughout history there has been, in your lifetime, at least 9.
Well, oh wait, my lifetime. Never mind. You're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
But this Titan has been Titan since 1957.
That explains a little bit. It really does.
So there you go. You're going to be a fantastic Titan. In fact, you're ready to go fight some evil right now.
Yeah.
You have very little memory of the Skinwalker. The only reason you remember the Skinwalker at all is because deep down, beneath all of that, the mind of Maddox McFerrin is strong.
In the words of another great Titan.
And more importantly, intact.
Fuck Batman.
As deep as he dug inside the psyche of the Skinwalker, he was not able to pierce into the psyche of the pilot, who has a lot more tenacity than people give her credit for. Oh. Well done indeed. Got you too, huh?
I don't know.
Afraid so,
Yeah,
buddy.
okay.
You're on board with this plan. Let's get this wall up. You don't remember anything about Titan dying because clearly he was right there the whole time.
My helmet smells like burning.
It does. You realize that's what used to be your hair.
Oh.
It's gross. Yeah, that's just your flesh smells like burning hair most of the time. You've been in a lot of fires.
That's true.
And you are running a bit low on life. You feel like recharging somewhere. Getting that going. Let's see. That's everybody. He couldn't get anywhere near you. if you wanted, you could tell this story to the world. You will always know what happened to Titan on that fateful day in 1995 at Mount Rushmore.
The monument formerly known as Mount Rushmore.
He walks over to Rita, touches her on the head, and just says, "Be happy." And she smiles for maybe the first time since Andy left Rita's body. It seems genuine. She seems happy, as if she's finally going to get that dream she's always had of living a completely normal and mundane life. It leaves you all feeling a little sick inside. You know that what you did today wasn't evil, and maybe you even took a step in the right direction, and your point totals went through the roof. But something is very wrong with the Sentinels, and only time will tell. Perhaps if you investigated just a little bit more, you can get down to the bottom of what is clearly a very deep... The lights begin to flash, your vision goes dark, and you begin to be sucked out of your metapilots, beginning the log out process, pulling yourselves back towards your body in your metapods, leaving only Wendy standing there. You see the souls leave the bodies and hope that these people are going to be safe from the clear menace that this doctor, there's something very, very wrong. You try to play it cool and just, walk away with your life at this point, not knowing what they did, and hoping you can eventually dig to the truth. Pilots, as you are going through that tunnel that is your gateway back to your world, your sliders all go back to the middle. And there is a white light in a room you've never seen, an empty room with no walls, no floors, no ceiling, and no doors. Tom stands before you.
Pilots, I need your help.
Tom, are you a prisoner?
We're going to save the metaverse. Tell me, how do you feel about the Old West?
Tom disappears and the trip continues as though it was just a small pit stop on your way back home. You hear the hiss of your pods as they open and your wake-up sequence begins. You open your eyes and you're standing in the same room in your pods that you were, that you got in at the beginning of this adventure before you went off to the Bork village. The attendants help you out of your pods. You look over to Andy's pod, and it is empty.
#HackAttackMark will give it to you, Christian.
Thanks, Pax.
What was that?
That was a hack attack.
Oh, okay.
From Paximo.
Oh.
For me.
Oh, nice.
To do with what I want. And I shouldn't be allowed those. Let's just be perfectly honest. Those are bad for me to have. Andy's pod is empty. There's no one helping her out of it. It's standing there open. Just down the hall, you can see all the other pods. There is a hole in the wall, the size of a person, in the concrete. As though punched through. It's not like in the shape of a person, on a cartoon, but it's, it's a 5.5 foot tall, 3 foot wide hole in the ceiling or in a wall. It's scary, scary, scary.
Was it punched inward or outward?
That's an excellent question. Would you care to use your deductive skills to know that?
Well,
Brony?
Yes, let me look at the ground real quick. God, what's my stupid real life crap? I'm such an idiot. Oh, fuck. It's 18. No,
You don't know a damn thing. You were you're trying to Sherlock Holmes the situation. You're like,
my eyes hurt from
no. Hell no.
I want to go try and take a look at that as well, but also I want to ask any of the attendants.
Where's Andy?
She logged out a while ago. She's back in her room, says the attendant, unconvincingly. The wall was clearly punched from the inside out. Clearly. He has that skill.
Great. So, can you lead us there? We want to fill her in on how the rest of the mission went.
Oh, yeah, maybe she'll be in the common area. You guys can head back down that way unless you need help there. Are you disoriented from the trip at all?
A little bit, but just trying to get my bearings here.
Technically, Christian, I gave you one. That was my second attack. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Oh my. Thank you, Maximo. And don't worry. That is happening now.
Uh-oh.
We want to talk to Andy, please.
Where
is she?
I guess she's in her quarters? I don't know. I just run the pods, lady.
Well, who runs her pod?
I do?
Okay, where'd she go after she logged out?
I assume to her room.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what you said the first time. So who can we get in touch with to help guide us to her room? That'd be great.
I mean, you know which way it is. It's down the hall. You guys have, been by there before.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're pretty familiar with this facility, sort of.
Okay. So let's go to her room and see if she's there. No?
She isn't.
Yeah.
She isn't. She is not in her room.
Okay, so number one, we know they're lying about something.
Mm-hmm.
We can check the common room as well, see if we can find her.
Someone or something punched a hole in the wall. That wasn't in here when we went in the pods.
You're damn right.
The attendant, who punched the hole in the wall? There's a big hole in your wall.
You think somebody punched that hole in the wall? No.
Sorry, I'm disoriented.
Like
still.
one of the golf carts hit that. It just kind of went out of control. Everybody's fine
golf
though.
cart went through a cement wall?
Yeah, it sent the driver to the hospital.
The golf cart sent the driver there?
Well, the impact from the golf cart hitting the... That's why we had to log her out, because there was an accident.
Why didn't
you log us out?
Because you weren't in danger and you were in the middle of a simulation. It's not safe to pull somebody out
Why
in the
was
middle.
she in danger?
Because it almost hit her pod.
Almost hit her. Oh, it did hit something.
Yeah, I mean, her power supply was compromised. It had to be done.
Did it hit something? Like when we looked at the concrete, did it hit it?
Maybe. I don't know. You play video games for a living, dude.
Well, I know, and that looks like something you'd throw a bomb at and then just walk through and...
Yeah, that's like...
So...
Hey, have you seen,
It's fair.
Jebediah lately?
He should be in his office.
Is that by Andy's room?
Is that by his, can we go?
It's on this
see
level,
it?
so yeah, you go by Jebediah's office before you got to her room, but yeah, it's there.
Okay, should we go talk to her?
We should talk to somebody. I want some answers.
Yeah.
This is weird. How are you feeling?
Not awesome.
Cool. You're not hearing any voices or anything, are you?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Before...
You guys want a minute to talk? Like before you head to his office? Like, what are you trying to find out?
Did anything come back with us?
What happened to Andy?
What happened to Andy?
I also wouldn't be opposed to the idea of going to the common room and seeing if anybody else who's been plugged in today has had something similar go on.
Also,
this is not what was advertised.
I could use some juice.
So head to the common room where the cafeteria and all that fun stuff is?
First.
Sounds great.
First,
Let's do that
yeah,
first.
it's-
because I want to check in with Jedediah.
Yeah.
So there you go. You head to the common room. Food is obviously on the house, so it's,
Yeah, but
smooth.
is there anyone in there?
Seems to be the regular group of, different game testers and different. There's none really of the top 50 guys there that are on different teams. Like they're either still in pods or not, but they don't seem to be in here.
Anyone that we know?
Nobody really. I mean, guys you've seen around before, guys
Yeah,
that you've tested with before. But I mean, it's always been individual up until you started working together.
Right.
There are faces that you recognize because you scan faces and you know them.
Right.
These aren't new people.
Yeah.
These are people who've been here. They're just people who haven't cut the top 50 yet.
Should we go talk to?
Yeah, I mean,
Jebediah at
when
this point?
before all that happened, he said he wanted to know everything. So let's go tell him exactly what happened. and figure out, or I don't know.
Can we get on the internet real quick? I just want to look up Wendy Gates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good call.
There's computers in the common area.
My concern is
Yeah, there's computers all over this place.
my concern is that these folks are all
Terminals,
frankly too low level.
terminals with
Yeah.
internet
know anything more
access.
than we would.
Terminals with internet. It is MSN, so but
There are several, Wendy Gates listed in the phone book. In lots of phone books
Lots of
throughout the
phone
United
book, right.
States and some of Europe.
well, no, I mean I was going to do like a Facebook type of search to see if any of them looked familiar.
One of them really does.
Wow. Check out this Facebook page.
A computer hardware designer from Costa Mesa, California, by the name of Gwendolyn Gates.
Oh,
Gwendolyn Gates.
Wendy.
Is that close to us? How
Costa
far is
Mesa,
How far
California?
is Costa Mesa?
Yeah, I don't know where we actually are.
How far is that?
It's in California.
Oh yeah, well that.
So maps.google.com, current location.
Yeah, it's across the country from where you
Across
are
the
right this
country.
second.
Okay.
Right? Did we say that?
Worth
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I don't
worth
know.
messaging her?
I believe you guys are on the West Coast, though, if I
Yes.
remember right.
I think it's worth messaging her. What do we say to not sound like crazy people?
Isn't that
Therein lies
always
the
the
rub.
way?
Ain't that just the way?
You like video games. Why don't you ask her if she's a computer technician or something? Ask her like something related and see if you can interview
Yeah,
her.
because
Just-
girls who know about computers never get asked by random fat guys on the internet if they're into games. That never happens.
Should I challenge her to pickleball? I don't know. What
Yes,
to do.
but
That
that's
would
beside
work.
the point.
I get where you're coming from. It might be better if we have the messaging come from you.
Yes.
But I agree trying to connect with her on, we've been in a beta test for a game recently, thought we might have played with you, thought I may have played with you all last
Let's
year.
ask her if she had anything to do with this system.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting onto my Facebook
Okay.
and I'm writing her a message.
All right.
Hi,
You.
what's her name? Gwendolyn?
Gwendolyn Gates.
Hi, Gwendolyn. You don't know me. delete.
Understandable.
Hi, Gwendolyn.
Maybe you should friend her first. People
Delete.
just accept,
Delete. Add as friend. I'm changing my picture to look more welcoming and less competitive. And now I'm writing a little message. Hi, Gwendolyn. My name is Maddox. What do I write? What should I write her? Like, just have you?
I'm very not good at this.
Yeah.
This is one thing I'm terrible at. Talking to girls?
I would suggest, I've been involved in a beta test of a new game. I heard
have
you
any-
might have been a developer on it.
Transcribing exactly what you're saying.
It was a really interesting setup, but had some strange experiences there.
One of the NPCs looked a lot like you.
I thought it might be an Easter egg
An Easter
that you
egg.
would program. in.
Yes. Ready Player One this shit. Only good.
Okay. Anyways, hope that wasn't weird. Delete. Anyways,
Happy emoji.
hope to hear from you soon.
Can you look up any other games that we know she has worked on?
Well, she's on the computer. I get on the next
I was
computer.
gonna say there's one.
Let's look up the games that she's potentially been on and other projects she might have been on. It's probably listed on her public Facebook. Maybe not. I'll check LinkedIn.
A couple of indie games, but mostly she designs hardware.
Ooh.
Okay. Should we start asking about?
This has a very particular interface. Say something along.
Did you finish sending your message? No,
She's still
still
typing it.
hasn't.
She's been
I'm-
delete.
Yeah, I'm adding to it. You got to put it all out there at once because she may not respond. So I'm just putting everything in there. Okay, so I put the stuff in the thing. This game included a lot of
A strange interface.
Strange interface that I had questions about. If you could get back to me soon, that would be great.
Smiley. Smiley.
Happy face.
Okay, yeah. Gotta do the smiley.
Bye.
Ding! From behind you, sitting at one of the tables, you hear a phone go off. As you turn around, sitting at that table is a woman in a jumpsuit who works here. Clearly, it's Wendy Gates.
Oh my god.
Hey, were you just in an instance with us?
You're all like, what? And that concludes Project Metaverse.
No!
Guys, that's our game. That's what we've got. 4 episodes. Think we learned some things?
Not enough.
Not enough, but yes.
You have more questions then, do you?
Oh,
Yes.
I've always been confused.
That's good. We'll make sure that you are not in the future. You'll have a much better idea of what is happening. Couldn't get to both of the hack attacks, but one of them is absolutely being done right this second, I assure you. Guys, out of character. We're done for now. What do you think? What do you think you figured out? What did you learn? Like,
Well, this isn't a game, for sure.
your Brony's pretty convinced of that?
Yep, Brony's pretty convinced of this. I mean, it did something that no game has ever done. It made him not care about winning.
Weird.
That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's odd that we maintain feelings and whatnot after we leave the pods.
Maybe more than odd.
Yeah, like I'm worried that maybe someone has been tinkering with us while we've been in there, kind of sleepy time. Cafeteria sucks. That is a shit cafeteria. I just wanted some juice. Nope. 1% milk? 1% milk?
And we found 2 different Wendy's now.
We found 2 different Wendy's.
Maybe there's one everywhere. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
Where's Wendy?
The Pokemon of the
But it is.
Metaverse.
It's like a suburb in Ohio. There are 2 Wendy's.
She's in her red and white striped shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm also real suspicious that they didn't let us out after the Borks incident.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that seems a little bit odd. Also, I mean, it took you right there. That might be the only way into that timeline in that place is through those Borks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were just having you take the opportunity that was presented.
Yeah. Tom is definitely more than meets the eye. He's not just an operating system.
Yeah, there's definitely something to Tom.
There is something to Tom.
I'm worried they saw that Andy did something wrong, and so they removed her.
Yeah.
I was the rule of cool too much for?
I'm worried that the writers
they-
were dealing with a mid-season replacement,
Mm-hmm.
and that they had to come up with something that we haven't figured out yet to actually.
Thing is, with
Maybe
that, chat actually has a lot more idea of what's going on there than you guys do currently.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This is such a weird game to play because I didn't really let any of you watch any of the episodes before we started it.
Right. Yep.
So you'd be as much in the dark as possible. The audience has always had a better idea of what's happening in the story than you have. So I guess I want to know what your biggest questions are. You know, like you said, like you've got it pretty well down that you don't think it's a game.
No, and I want to know what Jebediah is at. Because as I tweeted, there ain't never been a Bediah that hasn't become a villain.
That didn't turn out to be evil.
So, sorry Amish, but you're not watching this. They meant it
I'd
might
like
be.
to know. I'd like to know what happens going forward in Sentinel City.
Yes.
I mean, we technically did the good thing, but
how does that turn out? And
I mean, it was 1995. Do we have access to potentially finding out where they're at in 2018?
We do actually. We think, and we'll probably know a bit more about that going forward with Masters of the Metaverse. Because they tie into each other. Obviously, they played characters in that 2018 scenario.
Right.
You're playing characters in this 1995 scenario, and they have not yet met.
I do think it's going to be great when someone de-Shazams you. Oh, they're not going to be happy. That's going to be fantastic. Yeah, because from that to like Slender Man, gross ass, that's going to be fantastic.
So, what's your biggest question about Wendy?
Why couldn't I be a real software computer hardware person?
Just in this world, that's exactly what you are. And in the other world, you were, a plucky comic booky reporter.
What? Yeah, does only comic book Wendy know of everyone else's existence? Every Wendy knows, right?
Every Wendy knows what every Wendy knows.
I want to know what Wendy's gonna do next.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there.
know
And
that.
she's not like most of the other meta pilots, so she's got some very weird abilities in that regard.
Well, and why is she working with this project? Is this just to get information on it?
If you were a human GPS of all maps everywhere, you go where the money is. I mean, that's like, she's essentially some kind of metaverse TomTom.
Imp in my head suggests maybe it's like Jet Li is the one, kinda.
That's what I was saying.
Not as far off as you might think, but not quite exactly like that.
What happens when a Wendy meets a Wendy?
What does happen when Wendy meets Wendy?
What happens
We may
when-
find out sooner than later, folks.
Does Wendy frequent Wendy's, the fast food?
Can
Wendy does not. Wendy doesn't frequent Wendy's. Wendy is more of a Joe's patron than a.
I'm gonna get punched.
Wendy's gonna eat at Joe's.
So, what happens when a Wendy goes in a pod? Is that like when you put a mic up to a speaker and everybody just like?
The feedback.
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't seen it yet, so maybe we'll find out in the future. Sorry. The future.
Oh, thank you.
Or maybe we won't. It depends on which way the players take it.
I do have one just absolute pressing question. When can I do this again?
It's a great question, and I would like to know more. We did put up on our Discord today another poll and added Project Metaverse to it this afternoon. If it's something you're interested in, make sure you join the Zoe Discord and vote it up. Because we would love to do more of these. I've had such a good time playing with you guys.
Yeah,
I really
it's been a
missed
blast.
Helen today. I'm not gonna lie. She's
Yeah.
been delightful on the show as well. But this is so cool watching you guys figure things out and
Not figure things out.
figure things out, and watching chat do exactly the same thing. And I think going forward, you guys will be more on the same page than in an adversarial relationship. So maybe that'll help. And when will these pilots meet the other pilots? How do they mix up? Who even knows? It's all so many questions are left open, and we have I think a good start to a really good story.
I think so.
You guys were fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
It's been awesome.
And let's talk about Tom for a
Thanks,
second,
Tom.
shall we?
Let's talk about Tom. Tom.
Yeah, we like some Tom.
Tommy
We are
Tom.
big Tom fans. And hey, let's see. Can you get?
Oh yeah.
Because we have some things we have to get through still.
Yes.
Yes.
We have waffles that we have to do.
Yes.
We earned another one today. I assume that I'm gonna have to be the one to do it for the first episode of Masters of the Metaverse Season 1.
Can you explain to me what a waffle is?
Yes, I can explain to you what a
He's
waffle
like an angry
is.
pancake.
Person not here.
Oh.
A waffle, how it works is once we hit a certain amount in the store, a person in chat gets chosen, and they get to basically pick a genre and something fun, and we make a song about it.
Aw.
That's so
It's one of my favorite things about the show, but I don't like when I have to do them.
Okay, at a certain point, you're just playing with yourself.
No, I need my notebook. It's around in there.
Is that a pick in your pocket? Or
No, I'm just
Pants
digging.
are
I'm
way
digging for
too
gold.
tight for what you're doing.
it's like a waffle.
I could copy your keys from over here. And other things.
Yeah. You know what religion I am? It's easy. Tight pants.
Yes. Tight pants religion.
The tight pants religion.
Yeah.
The Church of Elvis.
There was
they
a whole
call it.
sisterhood of them. It was fantastic. Yes. Oh.
So the first song is actually from a waffle that was owed last week. It was by Alien Knitter,
Oh.
who is one of our mods. He asked for a waffle about either his favorite pilot, which was Crash Jackson, or the relationship between Kid Titan and Rosencrantz. I did not feel qualified or able to write this song, so Tom did it. He wrote the lyrics and a bit of the tune, and I am going to sing it because he won't. So this is...
You're out of Doyle's town,
So which
Tom.
one is it? Is it Crash Jackson or is it?
he decided to do the Ballad of Butch and Rosencrantz.
Oh,
Yay!
Let's hear it.
And I have to remember how to play it. You gave me my favorite pair of boots. You nearly launched me into space. And everyone, they just watched and laughed. And now I'm scared of airplanes. Rosencrantz, you are my dearest friend. You've been with me since I was 8. We've overcome all the twisted plots, and every time we won the race. But now I see you just lying there because I shot you in the face.
I don't have a lighter.
Yeah.
Do you recall when Rita kicked my ass? While you recorded it on tape, so you could play it for the Sentinels. And every girl that I tried to date. Rosencrantz, you are my dearest friend. You've been with me since I was 8. We've overcome all the twisted plots, and every time we won the race. But now I see you're just lying there because I shot you in the face. Rosencrantz, I know that you'd be proud of everything that I'll do. You'll see. And don't you worry, 'cause I won't be alone. 'Cause I'll have Crash for company. Oh, Rosencrantz, you are my dearest friend. You've been with me since I was 8. We've overcome all the twisted plots, and every time we've won the race. But now I see you're just lying there because I shot you in the face. That's Tom's Waffle. Tom's Waffle. Good job, Tom. Thank you, Tom, wherever you are. You must
I did have suspicions.
You must be
about
somewhere nearby.
Butch being in A minor.
Okay, so little history on this next waffle.
Ran the cake a lot.
Yeah, no, it has to be done. Trust me. I was well, you'll just hear. Okay, it was a hard one to write about, and it requires a bit of a story. Last week, I was tasked with writing a song. It nearly floored me. The fact is, this was a little bit strange to me, since I've done this once or twice. It's usually quite simple. I pick a style of music and a thing that you like. Here, in fact, I'll give you an example. Say 90s grunge music and American novelist John Updike. And I could be like, hey John, I think your songs are terrific. I think you won the Pulitzer Prize. That's prolific. Like that. But instead you gave me a list of disparate things that have nothing in common except two of them are food. And so I felt very pressured and didn't know what to do. But I felt very obligated to do the things you wrote about because you donate a lot of money to the show. And so I decided to give it the old college try. So here goes. No, I've thought about it. It's actually quite hard that you gave me so many things that don't go together. How am I supposed to make a song about this? I mean, songs are essentially storytelling, and there's really no way to tell a story about the things that she gave me. Okay, obviously you're not feeling what I'm trying to tell you right now because it's gone way over your head because you don't have the list of things that I got. So I'll give them to you now. Here's the list that I got. I'll quote it. I like Doritos. I like sushi. Those are two things that actually fit together. I like Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And I also like corgis. You should include corgis as well as Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Doritos and sushi. I mean, honestly, wouldn't you have trouble writing a song like that too? I mean, it's not like I can just say, I was sitting at home watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine with my corgi while eating a Dorito-covered California roll. Oh wait, that was actually quite easy. So you're welcome for the waffle, and I'll see you next time on Project Metaverse. Waffle. There's your double waffle shot for the day. Once again, I would like to thank you all for watching Project Metaverse. We are going to be back very, very soon with the third season of Masters of the Metaverse. I would like to thank my cast today. James Durham as Tom, Mr. Andy Doporowski as Brony Robbins, Tamuan as Wendy Gates, Luke Amundsen as Wyatt Maxwell, and Jess Weaver as Maddox McFernan. I've been your host, Christian Doyle. This has been Project Metaverse. If you want to see more of it, tell people you want to see more of it. If you like it, oh my God, you're
Kill your
that.
heroes.
And
change them.
What are you guys doing here? Wow, look at all these friendly faces.
Why are you wearing that?
Because I kicked Singer to the curb. He doesn't inspire me anymore. I'm all Crash Jackson now.
No!
Oh, damn!
No! Rosie won't allow it!
All right. Rosie's not going to like the
save
pictures
my
from
hair.
the CCC.
I see my lovely wife has arrived, along with my partner in crime, Mr. Chris Odie, and we are getting ready for Gen Con. Guys, Project Metaverse. What'd you think? Did you have a good time too?
You guys did. Oh, you were so good. I want to tell you everything. But
Tell me,
Okay.
I'm confused.
We'll tell tell you lots of stuff.
Huge
Don't worry.
thank you to everyone who's been working on this. I don't know why I'm yelling at the camera because there's no mic there. I should be yelling into somebody's chest. That's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Also,
Great
my
job,
sweet
everybody.
ass.
They did an awesome job.
Also, my sweet ass Project Metaverse shirt,
Yeah.
designed by Paximo, and I love it.
They're awesome.
It's my favorite.
You guys should maybe give me your t-shirt sizes.
Right.
No.
I know it.
I know you do.
It's medium plus, just in case anyone's wondering.
It's my classic Renaissance costume size, but double it.
Stop. Stop. So, what do you guys have? Do you guys have anything interesting coming up? I mean, you've got like a bodybuilding competition or something, right?
Yeah.
That's
why I eat so much.
that is
all the time.
ridiculous. Like on the show, you're always putting stuff in your mouth. More eggs.
Yeah, bodybuilding
Most
coach.
She just
awkward
eats
thing.
whole eggs on the show all the
too.
time.
With hot sauce.
She's like you guys should have an eating contest, Chris. Like with you with your packets of applesauce and her with raw, with hard-boiled eggs and hot
I'm
sauce.
pretty sure the outcome of our eating is not.
Is that she can still? I think the outcome of your eating contest is she can still take you in a
Oh,
fight.
I'm quite aware. I come in peace.
I would like to thank everybody who helped inspire this story. Obviously, Chris and all of his work in the Sentinel City and everything that he's done for Masters of the Metaverse. Obviously, Tom, the character of Tom, coming up with that. James has been with me every step of the way for this show since the very inception of it, making sure that the story flows the way I kind of wanted it to, while still giving everybody enough breathing room to play around. And he has got some devious plans for the future, folks. Keep an eye out. He's a heck of a game master.
Do I get to do a
Obviously,
plug?
I'd like to thank Paximo for not only the T-shirt, but for lending me the use of her character for an avatar in this particular show. Getting to use Rita was a lot of fun, and Helen really enjoyed it, and she did a fantastic job of it. Obviously, we want to thank Helen for portraying
We miss you.
Andy. We miss her. We wish she could be here today, but work is work. We understand that. And just, that's,
It's been real fun.
yeah.
I do have a plug.
Real fun.
I do have a plug. So not next weekend, but the weekend after, the weekend of the 10th, you can come see Brian Lewis and myself, and possibly, we're hoping, Luke at Spokon.
Oh man, that's my favorite convention in the country.
We would have invited you, but they said no.
Right.
No, they didn't say no. Spokane said no. And you know why.
Yes, I do. You know why. I know why.
So yeah, come see us, watch some panels, watch us riff on Ready Player One, and it's just gonna be fun.
Are you gonna like rip it apart, riff that style?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's like Avatar. It's like Avatar for young libertarians. It's pretty fucking stupid.
So it's Fern Gully?
Yeah, pretty much.
But no Tim Curry.
No Tim Curry.
Oh yeah, that'll ruin just about anything.
Yeah.
Yo, my name is Batman.
Huh? Oh yeah, don't forget the One Hit Die Kickstarter is still up and going strong. It's got another week and some change left on it.
10 days left.
10 days left on the One Hit Die Kickstarter. Support that while you can.
Unless you're watching it tomorrow.
More importantly, just check out the Fantasy Network in general.
Yeah, the Fantasy Network is coming, folks. It's here.
It's here.
And we are excited about it. In fact, if you want to catch reruns of Project Metaverse, you can also do that on the Fantasy Network.
And if you support the One Hit Guy Kickstarter, multiple of the levels give you free subscription months to the Fantasy Network.
Oh man, there are so many good things. Okay.
I just made Chris Odie break a little bit. I want
Oh.
Pat to know that.
All right.
Still got it.
Hey, Maggie, is your commercial over?
Yes.
All right, join us next time. We're going to be gone for a week. We're going to be at Gen Con. We'll be at booth 100 there. It's the very first booth in the numbering system. Huh?
We'll be streaming a lot.
We will be streaming a whole lot. And of course, we have 2 Gamers Live shows up. And who knows who from Metaverse will show up from that? Lots of people. Lots of people. So
like this so we can go next year.
yeah, if you're going to be at Gen Con, make sure you check out the Gamers Live shows. We are doing one on Friday and one on Saturday that includes a celebrity writers panel, including Mercedes Lackey,
Nice.
Keith Baker, and several others who I can't name because they're surprises.
The
But
ghost of Larry Dixon.
the ghost of
ghost
Larry
of Larry
Dixon.
Dixon.
That no good Dixon boy.
Looks surprisingly like
Who
regular Larry
looks,
Dixon.
Yeah, it
It's
looks just like regular Larry Dixon, except
still terrifying.
yeah. Well, it's because his hands are always doing this.
They are.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. So, guys, thank you so much for being here and being part of Project Metaverse. I look forward to seeing you all here at this table again, playing these amazing characters. Wendy, we're gonna have to fill you in on so much stuff, and you're gonna be so much less confused next time you're here. But you did a great song. You did a great job.
There's gonna need to be a bunch of you, but luckily.
This is my like orphan black moment.
Yeah.
It kind of is. That's what inspired me for the character. I'm like, oh, she can be everywhere, and she is, and she will be, and it's going to be so cool.
And it's just like Toronto here, so it's perfect.
And it was great to see Balthazar the Black back in action
Yes.
after all these years. Literally, we created that character like 14 years ago, or some crazy ass thing like that.
Can we reshare some of those videos? I think that would be the time.
Yeah,
that would be really awesome.
Yeah, he did some great work.
On YouTube, you can check out. I think it's still up. There was a clip of Balthazar giving Percival Payne the talk.
The talk.
Oh, when a man loves a woman.
Yeah,
which is why I was hoping you
gem.
could conjure bananas in character, but
I know.
Good times. Anyway, that is it for Project Metaverse. Again, thank you for being here. My name is Christian Doyle. We will see you next time. Love, peace, understand. Ding.
Well, not us,
Ding.
but
Not us,
you.
I don't understand.
Point totals will count towards the next episodes. Don't worry, folks. Goodbye and good night. We love yous.
Good night.
goodbye.
The show's on hiatus.
No shit.
Are we back? Is it time?
Is it time?
Wait, is there a show tonight?
Is there a show?
Definitely.